All righty, we are live. Cajun Coin Hunter here with you today, this evening, aka Boudreaux, but with the Evan Root hat on today. Missy found my Cajun hat, my Cajun Coin Hunter hat, and I put it over there because I got it to the side. I don't wear it all the time. I'm trying to get a little bit more life out of it. The Moose is the first one to comment tonight. I don't know if he's in right now. He made that comment at 6:18. So he was an early bird, trying to get the worm. And I didn't shave. Oh boy, I need a shave. It's starting to, yeah. Well, let me kill that. All right, got that killed. I forgot about my YouTube side was open. All right. All right. Well, we got my cousin in the house, Mr. Raging Cajun, and he is on the road somewhere. We're not going to let you know where. We're going to play the game tonight. What's up, Mr. Cajun?
I don't know what's going on, everybody. Hope everybody out there is being safe with all this stupid weather that's around us and it's been lurking throughout the U.S. all week. Well, I tell you, all these delays out here killing the pocketbook.
Yeah, a bunch of delays. Hey, I see
Yeah,
that you have a headset on. You got you a new set?
no, same old headset, same one I've been using.
I thought it had broke on you or something.
Oh, that was the one I destroyed in Florida. That was sometime last year.
No, I thought you was using the wife's headset, and I think she broke them or something.
She broke something. One of the headsets got broken.
Yeah, it fell or something.
Yeah.
She dropped it or something. And Rolling Smoke Barbecue, what's happening, mon ami? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna send you an email, Monsieur Rob, and we got Mr. Field Guy in the house tonight. What's going on, buddy?
Same old shit, different day.
I got you.
What's this about raging breaking some headsets?
I know
Oh,
what you're talking about, Bujo. That's the headset she dropped on the ground, and she either dropped it or stepped on it or something like that, and it broke the earpiece clean off.
I
yeah.
saw that live or whatever. I remember that, but I learned one thing today. Cajun didn't shave.
I,
That's the
I
first thing
kind of
I
just
heard. That's the first thing I heard him say when he popped up. I'm like, hell. But yeah, I'm kind of sore. I've been working every day, just about, almost. Well, I mean, I had a vacation, but other than that, now I'm eating, so it's all good. But
all right
when
there, Mr. Rolling Smoke. Check your email. Uh, Let me see. Boom, 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 boom.
let me tell you something, I don't know what the water up there in the country is, but weird shit happens, folks. Weird shit happens.
Wanda, Louisiana style. Hello, hello. How y'all doing over there in southeast Louisiana?
Yeah, last week's winner, he never emailed me.
He didn't.
What's up?
No.
We had a giveaway sticker pack from Raging Cajun. Alan Badger was the winner. Guess what state he was in? So
Oh, I did watch
uh,
that, but I watched it after the fact because I was knocked. I think I was sleeping. I think I was knocked
you
out.
were you were in the stream.
Oh, I was. Oh,
Yeah, you
okay,
were you
maybe I
were
was.
talking and chatting. In the comments. You didn't come up on
I
the
don't
panel.
remember. Yeah, I've been working a lot of mornings lately.
Yeah, we're doing good there, Miss Wanda. Still looking for a vehicle or still looking for an engine for my Jeep. And it has to be a O2 engine. It has to come out of a O2 to go in
Mm,
a O2. I found that out. Yeah,
no.
because the ring tone on the crank sensor is set, and it another O3, O4 just won't go in. It'll drop in, it'll fit, it'll bolt in, but it's not gonna work with the existing computer in there. something like
Yeah,
that.
I wish you
don't-
would have. I wish your Jeep would have been working. Because
Yeah,
you know,
I wish it'd be working too. We've been
I
out
was,
on foot for a month
well,
and
I was up that way by you the last
oh, really?
what Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Oh, what happened with Raiden?
I went up that way. Well, I haven't done lives in a while because probably because he probably dead zone. But
Did Doug go meet you?
couldn't get a hold of Doug.
Oh, okay.
The reason he hasn't been on lately is because his phone's broken, and
Oh.
I got the
Gotcha.
number to his shop, and nobody answered. So I was just like, well, he's either busy or I don't know. I just couldn't get a hold of him, and I haven't been able
Yeah.
to see him lately. So I don't know.
Well,
But I didn't have
might
any
be-
time. I didn't have any time to do anything because I was with. I went to the plantation. I took some photos of that and video of that, and that was like an all-day
I
thing. And I was going to go somewhere else.
I saw a
Um,
notification on the. I was going through the bell thing, you know,
Yeah,
on the top right, up here in that corner,
over that away.
and
There it is.
I was going through the last few hours of people that put up a video or went live or whatever, and I'm subscribed to how many people with the bell rung, so I get a lot of notifications. I can go
blends
down
in.
like 200 different items in that list, and I'm just barely busted 2 hours previous. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
with the full wave wrecked in the house. Dave, quick wrench,
Full
two
wave?
junkies in the house.
Well, I
What's
did.
happening?
I ran out of space on my phone. I made this mistake. I ran out of space. So that's why I did like a 5-minute video. And then I put up a bunch of shorts. And the short did like maybe. YouTube is just weird. The shorts took off for about an hour and then just poop, flatlined. And then I
That's
changed
about
the
normal.
title. I added, it used to be 2 hours. And then I changed the title of one of them, and then it got another 200 views, and then flatlined again. So I said, let me try this a third time. And then I added one more letter, and then it got another 100 views and flatlined again. And so I'm going to keep changing the letters. But there was a short I downloaded and uploaded 3 times. It got 0 views, 0 views. The third time I downloaded, it got something like 2,000 views. Didn't do anything special. Didn't change it. I just uploaded it at 3 o'clock in the morning instead of like 9 o'clock at night. So it just, but I made a bunch of those shorts.
You ought to change the title on that Boo Note. Change the title on that one.
I tried to send you a photo because my phone, for whatever reason, I'm going to show you this. Wait, let me get my phone.
I found the type of videos that work best on my channel that get the most viewership. And it's not tools. I mean, it's toolboxes.
YouTube is not going to push. They're not going to push the exact thing you want them to push. That's the problem. It's going to be some random video you don't think is going to be. You're like, let's see where it goes, and then all of a sudden, holy shit, 10,000 views. What the hell?
I mean, I'm just gonna have to start going to different stores and stuff like that. And, more toolbox review stuff than tools. I mean, that's what seems to
soon
get
as you
it
start
on the channel.
Soon as you start doing that, YouTube's gonna find a way to not push it. Trust me. I started putting those cat videos out, and they were getting 2,000-3,000 videos. Now all of a sudden, nothing. I said, hell, I might just do cat videos. And I said, not that I was going to. Nothing. It was like...
I mean, the U.S. General 56 Series 3 is my most popular video. I mean, it's got probably over 16,000 views on it and over 200 likes.
Wow.
I guess I look good for sleeping.
So, I mean...
Boudreaux,
that's
the
the type of
Louisiana
videos that are...
Mosquito.
I was going to send you that, yeah. But my phone won't send photo. It keeps saying cannot send. I was like, Boudreaux. I was going to say, look where I'm at. And then, of course, I might put this as a thumbnail.
Griffin's Antiques.
That's right on the line. It's kind of hard for me to hold my what you call it. I might put that as a thumbnail on a video and just, you know.
There you go.
But yeah, I think I did everything but one. Wait, let's see. I had a bunch more videos, but my phone deleted half of them because, in the tour at the very end, you get to the bookshop and they have, let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. I don't know if I could pull it all the way up that I want to. At the very end of the tour, they had a bookshop, and I turned around, and this is what was sitting in the bookshop. I mean, this is what was sitting. It's a $100 Confederate note.
Oh, wow.
Kind of hard to see, but because you know
You
how
got a
my
little
phone
story on the left side of it, the origin of the bill or whatever. Or what
They
is that
never
on
mentioned-
the left side?
That's
What is on the left side of it?
It just says $5. Oh, it says. Hold on, let me pull it up. Oh, printed by Jeff A. Davis, 17. It just says $5.
Oh,
So I guess the $5 one, and the other one was a $100 Confederate note.
maybe on the back of it, it's got a little story or something.
Well, it was in the bookcase, so I couldn't look at the back. But it was a $100 Confederate note. They didn't mention anything about it on the tour. I probably should have asked, what's the story behind it? It was at the very last room on the very last building. And I just happened to look, and I was like, but they had one of these old Warner Brothers. That's the name of the company. Old, rare Warner Brothers rifle that there's only like, I think, 12 left in the world. And 2 of them were sitting on the mantle.
Wow.
Like really, really rare. I couldn't film that. They wouldn't let me film that part. They said you can film whatever, just don't film it. They said don't film the guns. I was like, all right, well, alrighty. That was the only thing we couldn't film. But I ran out of footage on here. But I pretty much posted almost everything except like one thing. So I was putting them day by day as shorts. He's not home.
Right, not a problem.
Well, that's okay. We can't make them all. I skipped a few of them just because, well, I don't remember. Well, I think the week before I was sick or
The
something.
only time you miss a live stream or jumping up in panel is when you sleeping or sick or.
Yeah. Well,
It's
last
always
week
a
I
good,
wasn't.
a good reason or a good
Last-
excuse. Any
last
excuse better
week,
than none.
Last week I wasn't camera ready.
There you go. What you eating on Subway?
Which sandwich? I got a free
Huh?
sandwich. They messed up on an order and they said, "Hey, you want it's like a ham and cheese?" And they said, "You want it?" All right, I'll take it.
Subway?
No, which?
Oh, okay.
Which is better
There's
than Subway?
Miss Missy.
There's
my
Missy.
honey right there. My catan, my baby doll.
Hey, Missy.
Salutations. But yeah, I eat on stream. I don't care. I don't give a shit.
Which? They got some pretty good sandwiches or whatever you
Oh,
call
yeah.
it.
They way
Is it
better
a
than
sandwich
Subway.
or is it like a po' boy?
No, it's a sandwich. It's not a po' boy.
It's a square bread sandwich.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It's like Subway, same type of bread and everything. Not same type of bread, same type of dimension, but it's actually good. But
So
yes,
it's
they
on
messed up.
on a long bread then, like a sub.
Well, it's either 7-inch, a 12-inch, or a 18-inch. I get the
Okay,
little
so
7-inch.
it's made kind of like a po' boy. They
Sort
call them
of.
subs. You know, Subway calls their subs instead of
Yeah.
a po' boy,
Well-
a sub, and they got another name for them.
Their thing is Superior Sandwiches. It's called Which. Yeah, I get the little meatball, and they get this little pizza thing. They just updated the menu a couple of months back, and so usually when I'm in there, if they mess up an order, they'll just say, "You want a sandwich?" They just give it to me.
Yeah, damn, not
The
bad.
amount of money I used to spend in there, I don't go in there too often because I don't get many lunches. But I had a lunch today, and yesterday. Today was supposed to be my day off, but they keep
Missy,
calling me.
Missy takes that them Hawaiian rolls
No,
that you buy from dinner rolls. They Hawaiian, I forget the
King's
name,
Hawaiian.
something like that.
Mhm.
And she'll cut them in half and open them up, and then she'll put pizza sauce, pepperoni, cheese on there, and put that in the toaster oven. Man, that's good stuff.
Yeah, you can make a lot of people make the sliders out of them. You put your little hamburgers in there. That's
Yeah. Boy, that's a good
good.
idea. I never thought
But-
about that. Make some little
Mhm.
miniature hamburger patties.
make
Put some
sliders or
mayonnaise,
turkey burgers.
ketchup,
Whatever. Yeah,
mustard, a little bit of lettuce.
done-
You know, a
I've
little
done that
one
already.
slice of tomato works on that. One slice. Sky Keller. Yeah. Fun. Scott, I emailed you a couple times. I need some information on that Dodge Dakota truck. That way
it's
I can
always
get
fun
it
when I'm
picked up.
here.
I found a guy to haul it. It's a company. And
Well, Joe needs a stash. He needs a
Huh?
stash, and you got the cash, or vice versa. No, he's got
Yeah.
the cash, and you got the stash.
Sunday night, Scott said that he was going to donate a Dodge Dakota truck. All I got to do is go get it or get it picked up. And I found a car hauler to get it.
There you go.
But they want to know, you know, does it have a battery? Does it start? Because they want to drive it on the trailer. Does it have any broken windows? Because if so, they got to take a picture of it. You know, they need to know stuff like that ahead of time. So, but I sent you
Makes
2 emails, Scott. Like Missy's all excited about it, and I don't even know. They want to know the year model. I don't even know. I think it's a 98 or 2000 or something, 01 or something. I forgot. And shit, I got a guy. He's wanting to go get it. And, hell, it's gonna be nice to have wheels again.
Yeah, definitely be something. But,
I don't know. If Scott's like me. He probably checks his email once a day or once a week. I check mine every day.
I tend to check mine every day too, just cause. I tell you what though, I had to check my email today because what you call it, which the receipt thing wasn't working, so I had to have it sent on my email. But I am caught up on the receipts on Fetch. On the other 2, I have about 50 or 60 receipts. I'm on backlog. I found a shitload of receipts on the ground in front of the Dollar General out there. In front of when I went to the Paragon, the damn servers had a stack of receipts, and I couldn't take them, but I filmed them all, and it was weird. It was like it was showing up as like weird names, but it kept giving me 25. I maxed out 3 times over there, but they didn't let me wait 2 weeks. They just said come back. It was on the same day, and of course the internet was spotty. The internet was better over there. They had internet, but it was spotty. It would work and it wouldn't work. Like I can get on the internet, but I couldn't get on the apps on my phone. It wouldn't let me. So I had to wait till I got home, and I had a whole bunch of receipts. I still got a stack of receipts that I haven't done on the other 2. But I think I'm over 73,000 on Fetch now because I haven't cashed out yet.
I think I got 21 something or 2,000, right at 21,000 points.
Supposed to update.
Points, whatever.
Let me see if it updated. There we go. I found a Popeyes receipt, and it calls it Popey Anna Kitchen. Poppy Anna.
21,428 points. So
Raging's got that definite dead zone there. There you go.
Yeah.
God, oh.
I found it. Well, I got a whole bunch of receipts. Oh, I
hope they don't do to you like they did to that girl that works at Tobacco Plus. They took over 50,000 points from her because she was doing.
Well, she
What
filmed them at her
receipt?
job. That's the thing. I don't film like the ones I get from my job. I don't scan them at my job. I wait till I get home because they pick up the location. I even found the Bucky's receipt from Texas, and it picked up Bucky's. See? The little logo. They're starting to put the
Yeah.
logo. I'm like, Texas, what the hell? And I found outside the Dollar General, I found all these receipts out there. Because you know, the Dollar General out there, it's a market. It's not a regular Dollar General. And they built it I think it's like 6 months ago, maybe. And it's a market.
Probably that new one here because it has a lot of groceries in it.
Yeah, they got meats
On
and stuff.
one end, it's nothing but freaking coolers, man, and a lot of frozen and refrigerated stuff. Way more than the other Dollar General. That's probably
Yeah.
why they built that one. It's
No,
one
no.
of those. It don't say market.
Um,
It just says Dollar General, but it's huge, man.
This one's an actual. It's right off the highway. What the hell is that highway? 51, 121. I don't remember what it is. Anyway, it's right before you turn. Right before you make that turn to get to where it says Cottonport that way. This one that way. It's right on the end, and it's called DG. And in green it says Market, and it's a Dollar General, but it's actually got a meat cutter. It's actually got
Really?
like produce. It's actually got and it's been there
Oh,
maybe
that's
6
up there
months.
by your aunt's house, huh?
Yeah, it's not by here.
Okay.
And Crotch Springs actually has a Family Tree and Dollar Tree in the same store. It says Family Tree, Dollar Tree, and I'm like, I've never seen that before. That's brand
So
new. 'Cause that was
is it on the same sign?
same
in
time.
in that little strip mall, or is it?
No,
two
it's the
stores
same. It's
combined in one.
it's two stores combined into one. It's on the
Dang.
same. I wasn't there last time because there's a lot. You go in there that stretch. It's not where the Crackling place. It's on the other side.
Yeah,
It's
by
actually-
Billy's. Wait,
Yeah.
on the across from Billy's or
Across from Billy's.
Okay.
It's across from Billy's right there, and I'm just like, damn, I should have took a picture, but my phone fell asleep.
Mike Wolf, what's up, mon ami? What's happening?
Quick Ranch makes ham and Swiss cheese slides with Hawaiian rolls, garlic butter on top, and then he eats
It's in
it.
the oven until
Good
cheese
plan.
melts. That's it. That's right.
All these barbecue people need to make me some dinner. Greetings, Mr. Mike Wolf.
Quick
You
Ranch
don't
is a
come to my
mechanic.
channel anymore. What's the matter?
Quick Ranch is a mechanic. Look at his title, Tool Junkie. He's a
I know
He's
he
a
is.
mechanic.
I know he is, but he's talking about food. So
yeah. Well, we talking about food.
yeah. Well, you actually have a food channel, sort of, Cooking with Cajun. So,
yeah,
you can
but
do that.
I hadn't put any videos up on that.
That's
Matt
okay.
13, what's up, mon ami?
That reminds me. I ran into, at my job today, a goddamn truck driver who is trying to tell me shit about, I don't know, this dude, he's got that Cajun accent. You could tell he's from up that way, man, you know, because he got the Boomhauer thing. He puts his hand on me. He's trying to back up into the bay because there's like this, and then you got to back up, and then the cars won't stop. He comes to me, the goddamn cars, the cars won't. I can't do his voice, but he goes, the cars won't stop. The cars won't stop. So he knocks on the door. He goes, I need you to stand in the middle of the road and direct traffic. I said, are you going to pay me? And he's talking about, well, if I do this and I hit a car, the company, the truck, they're going to sue me. They're not going to sue the truck driver. So I'm sitting there talking, and I said, hey, you're a fellow truck driver. I said, I have a person on YouTube. His name is Raging Cajun Garage. He's a truck driver. Oh, who's he drive for? I said, I have no idea. He don't tell me, and I don't ask. I said, but he's a truck driver. He does tools and stuff like that. So he goes, oh, let me pull out my phone. He pulls out his phone. He goes, Raging Cajun, this guy? And he points him. And I go, yeah. He goes, oh, I'm going to check him out. I put him on, I don't know if he's subscribed. He goes, I'm going to check him out. I want to watch the fellow. Does he drive on the road? I said, well, he doesn't really do that. I said, he does show his truck. He goes, oh, I got to watch that, especially if he's a Cajun. Yeah, I got to watch that. So I might have gotten you a subscriber. So there you go.
Yeah,
RXTX.
we can ask the shipper receiver to help us block traffic, but it's not a big requirement. it's
Yeah.
up to him to control that traffic. I mean, throw his four ways on, back in, do what he's got to do. They don't stop. They don't stop. I mean,
Well, this complex, it's in a not bad location, but it's right. It's coming out of Dillard's, and you got to go to the right, and he's got a back. Well, now they got a. Before they used to unload. Now they got to drop the trailer. So he's got the other trailer. So he goes all the way into Dillard's, drops that trailer, comes all the way back. But he's like, I need people to stop the traffic. So I'm standing in the middle of the street like an idiot trying to stop traffic. They ain't watching me. I'm just like, what the? And he backs it up, and he hits the thing, and he goes, do I got it? And he's still on the gas, and I go, I don't think you can go any more further. You're against the damn building. And
up against the rubber bumper around the bay door.
And no, Mike, it's called YouTube took it away. That's what it's called. But this is right around 3:00, and I'm like, what the? Because they just started dropping the trailer as of yesterday, so they got to drop the empty trailer, pick it up, and now they got to back up. They didn't have to do that before. All they had to do was just park, and they would unload the stuff and leave. So, but this dude, he's just like telling me, oh man, I shouldn't have to do this. This ain't part of my job. I'm just like, okay, you're a truck driver? But yeah. So
what's up, Braxton the Snake Fiend, representing Northwest Louisiana?
I'd like
and
to say hello to LAP.
Coins, what's up?
LAP in the house. But yeah, I gave him your YouTube channel, Raging Cajun. Whether or not he pops on there or not, don't know. But he did pull it up in front of me. So there you go.
Mike Wolf said, I wish I had some chocolate chips. Well, Missy had some, and she made a bunch of cookie dough. She baked a bunch of chocolate chip and pecan cookies. Some of them with coconut in them.
and pie.
I got a Ziploc bag with a bunch of cookies in it. And I asked Johnny this morning, I say, you want a cookie? And he was like, yeah, let me go, wash my hands and stuff. So he was in the bathroom for a little while, and he come out, and I went in the bedroom, took a nap. This is at 12 o'clock or whatever, or 11:30. And I got up from the nap, and I look at the Ziploc bag of cookies, and they all gone.
You come to your house, eat your cookies, and wait a minute.
Well, I offered him a cookie. I don't know. Missy, Missy was up, so they probably both ate them all, or she gave him the whole bag, because we got plenty of cookie dough. Missy made, I'm talking about a bowl of cookie dough like that. Okay, she froze half of the dough, and it's a big roll, a gallon bag, that big around the length of the gallon bag. Put in the freezer, man.
Scott said he's going to check when he gets home.
No, Randy, I didn't get the Jeep fixed. In fact, I found out some information. I need an 02 engine to go in that 02 Jeep, because in 03 they changed the cam sensors and all that, so it's not going to match up. The electronicals will not match up. The crankshaft sensor. There's something, and with the timing and all of that stuff. So it takes an 02, but anyway, waiting on Scott Keller for him to get back home. He's going to check his emails, and then I'll see about getting a car hauler to go pick up a Dodge Dakota out of New York.
He said he was giving that Dodge. He hadn't even popped the hood to look to see if it's got a battery and runs. So you don't even know. But hopefully it does. One of these days we'll get together and do that awesome video collaboration, right?
Well, Scott, you told me all I got to do is go up there, get a temp tag on it for $100, and drive it back to Louisiana. So, I mean, it should run.
It probably, yeah, it might.
Snickerdoodle, sugar, peanut butter, chocolate chip, birthday cake flavor cookies. Snickerdoodles. Yeah, Snickerdoodle that, Snickerdoodle this, Snickerdoodle.
No. You only need one sugar. Noodle. Let me go get my sugar rush. I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, I need to make sure, because if they can't drive it on the trailer, I'll lose my deposit.
Man, they should have a winch to pull it up.
Yeah, but this is a car hauler that's hauling what, 20 cars or 15 cars.
Probably.
It's not like a trailer with a, a car hauler trailer, behind a pickup truck. This is an 18-wheeler with a, you can even put a car on top of the cab.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get some more lemonade. I shall return.
Well, perfect timing. Cajun said, "The heck with this, I'm out. I'm running the show." But Cajun, Raging's got his apple pie. I got my Little Debbie Swiss rolls. Damn right. So he's got his Little Little Debbie apple pie. I got my Little Debbie Swiss rolls. Can't go wrong with these son of bitches. So let's see. We should guess where in hell is Raging Cajun.
That'll be in due time.
No.
Yep, we'll play the game after a while. We
Yeah.
got 14 people in here right now. We get about 18 people will play the game. Simon,
hey.
what's up? Yes, I can barbecue.
There we go. I'll show it to you, Cajun. That's what you got to have, the Swiss rolls.
I don't have none of those, but I have the Little Debbie Devil Twins.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Devil, it's not rolled, but it has that cream filling in it.
Yeah.
And it
I
don't
got
have
this
that
from up
extra
there.
layer of chocolate on top of it like the Swiss rolls do.
This is
Yeah,
like a
it's
devil.
chocolate. It's just like a Devil Twins, but they're not twin in a pack, though. It's just one in a pack. And it doesn't have that extra little layer of chocolate fudge on top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've ate those many times.
No.
In fact, Little Debbie's still living. She was a little 5-year-old or 4-year-old girl when they took her picture. But
Yep.
she is the owner of the company and CEO of the company at this time because her grandpa and passed away and all that. So anyway,
Well,
she
they make it
inherited
in
the business.
Tennessee. McKee's
And
Foods.
she's still at 60 whatever years old. She still looks like, I mean, you can tell that's her on the box.
Well, yeah. I mean, you age, but you can still kind of see similarities.
Yeah, the resemblance. Yeah.
Put that there. Oh, damn. Sorry to hear that, Scott.
What happened?
His
in the-
cousin went to hospice.
Oh, wow.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Uh-huh.
I saw today where Tim Wakefield died about 5 months ago of brain cancer, and his wife was battling pancreatic cancer. Well, she passed away today, 5 months to the day. Her husband passed away. It was on ESPN. He was only like 54. I think she was 57. They both had different types of cancer at the same time. That was just insane. Come on, get up here. Let's go. Oh, yeah, my grandma died of that pancreatic cancer. I didn't know what it was. I asked the doctor, "You need a pancreas?" He looked at me like, "Son." He started laughing. And I go, "What are you laughing with?" But now they have experimental treatments where you really don't need the pancreas because they can give you shots and, but 20 years ago, I'm like you gallbladder. You don't need a gallbladder. I figured your pancreas is what controls the sugar in your blood and stuff like
Insulin.
that. Yeah.
It makes your body's insulin. And you can live without a pancreas. It's just you won't have a good immune system. And you need to take pills. You're diabetic after your pancreas is out. You're automatically diabetic.
Well, by that point, my grandma already had
shots and pills, and you got to watch your diet.
Yeah. Well, by that time, my grandma was already in a coma, and she already had Alzheimer's, and so they pretty much said that would, even if that would be the end of that. She was mostly in a coma the whole time. and I think she came out of it like one time. But I,
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, stage 4. Yeah, it's if they take it
go get
out, there's cancer somewhere else.
you go get the dog dewormers, and you go take the vitamin C like that Joe, what's his name did.
Joe Dirt.
It might have been him. That guy that he was so desperate. He took all those dog dewormers, and he was drinking all high doses of vitamin C and a couple other things, and I forget what it is. But this guy had stage 4 cancer, so he claims. I'm not pushing this guy, but Cajuns usually live for about an hour to 2, give or take, depending on how much time he's got left. Son of a
Ozark, what's up, mon ami? How you doing?
Son of a gun.
In fact, I told Ozark that come up in here and I'll get you on panel, man. I hadn't been on panel with him in a long time.
He can jump on, I'll jump off. So,
all right, paste.
There we go.
Paste.
Yeah. But I saw I'm trying to get Bob back on my because he was in that he came in my stream. Well, I haven't streamed for like 2 or 3 weeks. I just hadn't been in the I haven't felt like it, but I might do one tomorrow night. But I've been dropping all those shorts that have been getting a lot of views and whatnot. So. But YouTube is really funny with the whole short thing. I can't.
I don't make shorts, so I got friends of mine. They got big channels. They tried the shorts. They don't do the shorts.
You get it doesn't notify anybody that I'm subscribed to. The shorts all the shorts do is bring in people you have no idea. Like somebody asked me, "Hey, this is funny. What is it?" It's a house.
I get notifications for shorts on people that I know.
Well, I do too, but
any videos they pop up, if I got the bell ring or if I'm subscribed to them, I will get a notification. I just got to check the notifications. If you subscribe to a lot of people, that's what I was saying earlier. I'm subscribed to a lot of people, 900 something, 1,000, and I'm getting notifications every time, an active channel, that puts out videos. I'm getting notifications. Like I said, I can go down, way down. I'm checking like 300 notifications, and I'm only in the last 2 hours,
Did you see the red circle with like the non-plus or whatever? Did you ever see that?
Red circle with the non-plus?
Or something. Well, I got one now. It's got the 3. Where the bell is, it'll have a red circle and it'll have like
it'll have 9+. Oh yeah, 9+. Yeah. So I mean, when that means I got 100 of them.
I woke up this morning. It said 99+. I clicked it. It was at 142.
In 8 hours.
It
don't tell me how many's in there. After I click the 9+, it just tells me.
Oh, my laptop, it'll do that.
Another number.
My laptop will do that. It'll say 99 or non-plus or whatever it is, and then it'll go up to 99, and then when I click it, it'll tell me the actual number. Like it said 142, and I said, "Shit, somebody's been busy putting videos out."
Quick Wrench, I didn't send you a email earlier.
If Quick Wrench finds a motor, I'll take $1 million. Search me out for that St. Gordon's coin.
Needs to be a 02. I see a lot of motors on eBay and what have you, by mechanic shops that's got them for sale, and junkyards or what have you, and they guarantee, and I'm, pretty sure they testing these motors run before they ship them out, because you got to ship those, and if I get an engine in and it doesn't run, well, my mechanic's not going to give me labor, put an engine in, take mine out, put an engine in, and if that engine doesn't run, well, the motor's guaranteed. That's fine and dandy. But what about my mechanic charging me $1,600? I found a mechanic for $1,600 to swap a motor. Okay.
Honestly,
he's not gonna do another free swap,
Honestly, I would just say go to a junkyard. I mean, because it'll be cheaper.
Yeah, they got junkyards here, but they don't have an O2.
Oh.
And mine is an O2, and it needs an O2 to drop in because in 03 they changed a lot of stuff on Jeep Liberty.
Well, I'm
in
sure
03, they got rid of the drivetrain that the O2 Liberty had. They got rid of that drivetrain and put a cheaper quality drivetrain in. My drivetrain on my Jeep is like the Rock Climbers drivetrain, the 4-wheel drives, all that heavy duty package stuff like a Renegade has. And those CJ7s, the Levi Jeeps, back in the days. If you had a Jeep that had the Levi's tag, the pants that had the Levi's tag, or you had a good solid Jeep, you had a
that made a lot of sense.
Mud hole waller right there.
I can't think that these junkyards, they own, some of them might own several ones, that they would get on the phone and say, hey, do you have this, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure they could probably, if you asked them and for the right price, I'm sure they could probably get one from another junkyard. They might charge you just as much as an eBay, but I mean, at least you don't have to worry about waiting and stuff like that. Not as long. They got a big junkyard in Mississippi. It's like freaking huge. Like when you go past the casino, like right on the highway, there's a big ass. It's got all kinds of stuff on.
Where at?
In Mississippi, going towards Bay St. Louis, there's a big old junkyard, and it's got all kinds of stuff in it. I went in it once or twice.
I think Gulfport, they had one. It was you pull it.
Yeah, you pull it, and whatever it is, you pay for it, whatever.
I think they had two of them on I-10 in Mississippi. Two you pull it. One of them, I know it is, but anyway, there's one of them for Katrina. They had car lots on the north side of I-10, new car lots, used car lots, and all that water from the hurricane, that tidal surge, it went underneath the overpasses, and it flooded north I-10, and it got the junkyards, the used car lots, and the new car dealerships. Those cars went underwater. And there's that
junkyard became very popular.
Yeah,
it won't affect the junkyard unless they actually got running cars in there, and not many junkyards do. I mean, maybe you could find the parts, but I mean, the worst that can happen with the junkyard is
if the salt water got in the engines at the junkyards, they can't sell those engines.
No, but
now this is in 05. Okay? They don't have any more cars from 05 in those junkyards now from Katrina. What's up, Dean? Mountain of coin the card. What's happening?
I mean, they could always scrap it. I mean, they don't care. They'll still make money off of it no matter what. Probably not as much as sell a used engine, but they'll make some, and I'm sure. I always wonder if junkyards are insured. That's the thing I want to know. Maybe they are, maybe they aren't. Probably not, but
liability, that's about it.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure they could scrap those engines from metal and get something out of it. If they can't sell it one way or the other.
They crushed. They had a car crusher. If they didn't have a car crusher, they got a car crusher to come in and they crushed all those cars after the hurricane, and so brought all that to Tennessee to the steel mills up there, or Birmingham, Alabama, and wherever they have a scrap metal foundry. To melt all of that and, process the metal and, take away all the junk slag out of it and just keep the pure metal, molten metal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but those junkyards in Mississippi, when the ones that got hit by Katrina, they don't have any of those cars in their junkyard anymore. They crushed all of that because, I mean, they can sell the car parts. The flood didn't affect that. Like a hood or a trunk or a fender panel or a steering wheel or But as far as any electronics, no. Or engine, no.
No. Well, what they do?
Them new car dealers when they got hit by that flood, there were a lot of salvage titles that were out on it, and the people were having problems with brand new cars they bought 6 months later. Man, it's like they found out that it's a hurricane saltwater damaged vehicle, and
yeah, Scott wants you to send a link.
oh, okay.
You know them new car dealerships. You know they refurbished them and stuff, and they're supposed to tell you in like the Carfax and stuff, but they didn't. They figure, you want.
If it gets documented in the Carfax, it'll be in there. But if it doesn't, well,
yeah, but they're not going to document that. They're not going to. Who's going to buy a car? Oh, went through a hurricane. Some people, maybe you'll have some desperate people that might, but if you're buying a brand new car, you don't want it to break down in 6 months and find out it was flooded during Katrina. That's breakfast sausage sliders are good with those sweet. Yeah, I tried that. I've put sausage between them. King's Hawaiian is
and an egg, scrambled or fried or whatever.
King's Hawaiian is freaking awesome. It's just not a dinner roll. You get the sweet rolls, yeah. But I did that. Put the sliders. People make sliders out of them. Yeah, you can put egg.
Hawaiian rolls, man. You can put a lot of stuff. All you gotta do is warm them up a little bit. Don't even have to warm them. They already fully cooked. They're not like the little dinner rolls in the little wax carton or whatever.
Yeah, you don't have to brown them.
You got to brown. Yeah, those are brown and served dinner rolls. But then Hawaiian rolls, they ready to eat just like that, like a bread, that a loaf of bread. Throw some mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise on it, a little miniature hamburger patty, little lettuce, one slice of Roma tomato. not a big old tomato.
I did that with Thanksgiving and after Thanksgiving. I had a whole bunch of them left, and that's what I was doing, just making sliders out of them. Little snacks. Had a bunch of ground meat. I said I'll just make whatever, experiment on stuff. But you could. They got this. I don't know. I don't know if it's still ongoing. Before they had the Super Bowl, they had this Burger King "Make It Your Way," and it was like $1 million, and it was a commercial. And put whatever you want on it: a burger, potato chips, eggs. I
love potato chips on my sandwiches. Ham sandwiches. Yeah. That's the thing down here at Holly Beach. Down here, the Cajun Riviera, Holly Beach. You ain't never been to Holly Beach if you hadn't had potato chips on a bologna or a ham sandwich.
I can tell you how.
Real 92.22.
Shit, we do that at home.
I put the sandwich. I put the chips in one section. I put the sandwich in the other section. I mean, it all goes in your stomach, so I guess putting it together is cool and stuff, whatever. But But yeah, the Burger King thing was make your own burger, make your own Whopper, win $1 million, and people in the commercial were like, Fritos, eggs.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I was like, what?
Guacamole.
One was like, no. One said broccoli, and I said, no. I don't want those plant burgers. But, the plant burgers of the world. So. It's Mr. Briggs.
So how are you gentlemen doing?
Good and dry.
Oh, now when I get back to New York right now, I'm up here to take care of my cousin till he, you know what.
East Coast Ken, we were talking about you yesterday, man.
Scott, okay. Sometimes I got to link the names with the, yeah.
Was that this morning? We were talking about you. I forgot. That was yesterday.
Doctor
Who's in the house?
Bill's Mafia.
Who are you? Who?
Doctor Who is the Bill's Mafia card cutting, card carrying member.
Yeah.
One day his team will win. One day they'll beat the Chiefs once and for all.
The chefs.
Yeah, they had that old Snickers commercial, where they eating the thing, and the guy was painting the field, and he put CHEFS, and they were like, you need a Snickers? You need a Snickers? And he's like, So that's why I call Elderberry's team is the Chiefs. So that's why I say good
J
job.
Mary Stone, how y'all doing tonight? Welcome to the live stream.
I'm doing good.
Are you sure you're alive and you're not a ghost?
Oh, you want to speak of ghost? I may or may not have seen a ghost over the weekend. I don't know. I'm saying in one of those videos, I think there's a ghost sighting. I don't know. But I was going to go to the Myrtles, which is right down the street, but they were closed. We didn't
Oh,
make it.
yeah, Myrtles. That's a well-known plantation right there.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, the Rose now. That's 2 miles down the road from the Myrtles, from where in St. Francisville.
Right, yeah. St.
Yeah.
Francisville.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
they closed at 5, and we got there at like 5:02. And we were going to go back the next morning, but for whatever reason we didn't. So I'm going to have to make that trip next. But that's what we were going to do. And I was going to do a live thing. I was thinking about spending the night and doing one of those film things with the Necromaniac, whatever you call it, the little app thing with the ghosts and stuff. See if I can get Chloe or the judge. Because, if you sleep in his bed, he strangles you. He tries to strangle you. So I'd be like, hey, folks, I'm going to die live on YouTube.
No, actually, if you want to see a ghost, you'll probably see a bunch of ghosts in New York with governors saying that if you get a load to New York City and you refuse it, she's threatening to seize your bank account and take your assets.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
bull, brother. They can't do that.
Politicians been saying that bullshit for years. They can't fucking do that.
Hey, they say they can't, but our governor has said a lot of things that you're not supposed to, and she's done it anyways.
That's a
Well,
woman
that's okay.
governor in New York?
Yeah, who is the
What's
governor?
that?
I
That's a woman
Oh.
governor in New York?
thought y'all had
Oh, yeah.
to talk.
I'm not going to say what we call her, but her name's Kathy Hochul. We call her Kathy the C.
I thought it was a man that was a governor of New York. That's
Yeah, I
how
thought
much
y'all
I
had-
keep up
No.
with that crap.
You're
What
thinking
happened
of
to
Cuomo.
Pataki?
Cuomo resigned. Cuomo
Oh.
resigned, and then Kathy Hochul, the lieutenant governor, became governor, and then she ran and won the seat last year or the year before. I can't remember.
That's how much I keep up with New York governors.
I had
didn't
no
know that.
idea there was a woman governor.
Oh yeah.
Me neither.
Wait, I'll answer this question. I'm just gonna throw this out there in left field. She must be a Democrat.
Oh yes.
That would make sense. Yeah, them Democrats are just ruining.
But
the nation.
how would anybody know? Say I own my own truck, okay? How would anybody know if I turned down a load going to New York?
Because there's companies that the reason why they know, like for instance, if like any truck driver would know, like when you get on a low, if you're on a dedicated route, like going into New York, like a Dollar General or whatever, they know you go in there all the time. If all of a sudden you went in there and told your dispatcher, no, I ain't taking a load in there.
Dollar
But- and
General's
what's
got
gonna-
their own trucks.
Yes, but guess what? There's still, as a company driver can still refuse a load a lot of times. So
Oh,
what will
really?
happen is, oh yeah. But what's going to happen is she's going to put it in there that they have to, dispatchers have to notify the state that blah 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 refuse
She's all
the
tall.
load.
They can't do that
Oh,
shit.
Expediters don't have to do that. Brokers don't have to do that.
You can take a load in Dollar General, just not the load that you're thinking of. Right?
But no, I
All
mean,
right, boss, I'm gonna go take a load in there.
Yeah, drop a
it's
load.
like-
Yeah.
It's like me. I mean, I'm sure Cajun knows me well enough. If they told me they were going to come and take my assets, I'd empty those bank accounts like I did before, and I'd burn that truck before I'd say, okay.
That's right. Government
In my
has no right in taking anybody's assets from it. They want to seize everybody's shit, and that's what's going to cause a world war, right there.
Yeah, I hate to tell you something. The only thing I got in my name is my truck. When I found that, because I've got I had cancer problems before that I fought a couple years ago. They had to get bone marrow transplant. So basically, all my property's in my sister's name, anyways. What are they gonna do?
Probably go after hers. I mean,
They
know
can't.
Can't.
Yeah, but they
Can't go
can't.
after your
They
sister.
can't. But they can't go after whatever. But yeah, I'm a lot of TMI. But when you're speaking of something, you got to make light of it all. Can't be all.
Oh yeah. But I wouldn't take a load in New York City anyways.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go there. I mean, because I just don't like the city. I mean, I don't even like to visit there. Some people do. I'm not one of them.
I've never been to New York and have no plans to ever go into New York. So
yeah, we're talking about the city though. We're not talking about New York State. New York State's okay, but it's New York
No, I know
City.
you're talking about the city.
No.
Well, that's how dumb they are. They got to name their city and their state the same thing. They don't even have any pizzazz or anything. Why don't they name it? We screw you, New York. Oh, it's New York, New York. How fucking original is that? Come on. That's like saying butt wipe. I mean, have some pizzazz.
Well, I'm up here walking my dog up here. I'm in Worcestershire, Massachusetts.
Worcestershire.
I don't know. I never heard of Worcester. You mean?
Yeah, something like
Worcester.
that.
Okay,
I've heard of it, but Steph is from Massachusetts.
They got a few
I don't know where, but
in Massachusetts. A few
Steph
Chester
is
towns.
in Massachusetts. She calls it
I'm pissed off. I left New York where there was no snow, and it's snowing like crazy up here.
Oh yeah, well that new cold front. We just had that cold front, the tail end of it come through here, and it's getting chilly. It was like in the 80s the last couple of days, and right now it's last night was like
the mosquitoes were out.
2 or whatever
right.
For the lows, and then 80, 81 for the highs, and then now it's 54 degrees and what we call in French a vent du nord, cold ass north wind.
Oh, it was windy today. It was like 15-mile-an-hour winds, but the other day when I went up there by you, the goddamn mosquitoes were out. It was 80 degrees. Damn mosquitoes kept biting my ass. I'm like, where these fuckers coming from?
Yeah, we had mosquitoes out here last night. I was talking with my neighbor.
They starting to come
and
out.
it was right at dark. Right at dark, I was talking with my neighbor. He showed up. He's seen all the damage they did to his property. Not damage, but they took his fence down. In his front yard, they took his fence down. They dug up almost the whole front yard. They put a phone box, them boxes that stick out the ground down here in the south for AT&T. They dug the old one up, and they had to move it because they fixing to run fiber through this area. Through this neighborhood, and all the flags are up and the roads painted. They
got that. They're doing that down here. Charter's doing that down here. Spectrum. I got all these flags in my backyard. I got an extension cord in my backyard. I said, "What the fuck's going on here? We pirating cable?" What the hell?
So AT&T had to move some of their boxes. And they got those boxes on every corner of a block and in between, one in between a block on north, south, and east and west. And so they moved that box on his property about 6 foot from where the fence was. He says, "Oh yeah, AT&T is going to be giving me free phones or phone service or something." And they're going to be paying about them every month. They're going to be paying me a little check, or a year. They're going to be paying me for keeping their stuff on my property. So anyway, we was talking, and man, the Madaguans, the moustiques were eating me up. They had a bunch of mosquitoes out last night.
Yeah, they've been coming out. This damn weather, but it's Grumpy Grandpa. It's welcome, Grumpy
Grandpa. Zan Ron, what's up?
He's crazy. He's not all in his right mind. He's grumpy and he's a grandpa. There we go. I think I covered the basis. Somebody from a Twitch stream said they lived in, I'm going to say New Haven or something, and we were talking about something. Oh, I live in Michigan, and they said where? I think he said New Haven and New something. He goes, right next to Detroit. And I said, you should come on my YouTube channel and meet this grumpy grandpa fella. He lives in the heart of the city. I said, you may even know them and you don't really know them yet.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine living in that. Everyone says, I think Detroit's probably the worst city to ever live in, other than New York.
Don't know. I've never been up that way, but
What? To New York or Detroit?
neither.
Oh, I've been to Detroit. I've been to.
I don't leave the South. I like to stay in neutral. I like to stay in the warm element. I don't want to go into enemy territory, which is the North. That's enemy territory, in my opinion.
Nah.
The damn Yankees. No. I just happen to used to be up there in the snow. I mean, I like snow, but I'd sue AT&T for $487 billion, and they give you what you want. You know, they give you like $2 million. Here you go. Here's some free bananas. Mike Wolf is apparently making waffles. Yes. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. If you can survive in Detroit, you can survive anywhere. Well, shit, yeah. Detroit was founded in like 1620 when the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock, and they said, "Go start a gang war. Let's make this Detroit. Gang war central."
You know what's funny?
Just like Australia was a penal colony. Mm.
Just what's funny is Detroit is safer. Is probably safer in Chicago or New York right now because they've torn down 3/4 of the city.
Yeah. Well, you know, that mayor that they had in Chicago, Bigfoot or Littlefoot, or I don't have any feed, whatever the hell. I think she finally got kicked out of office or something, or resigned, or her term limit or something. But she totally killed the city of Chicago, where nobody wants to go there anymore. No.
Oh, Chicago. I've been there a couple times. You know, it's just.
No. I'll go to Chicago. If Raging brings a load up there, I'll hijack. I'll stow away in the back.
Chicago ain't bad. I mean, Chicago's is a bad city. I mean, I wouldn't want to visit. But
well, every city's got their bad part, especially if you're a tourist. If you're a tourist and you don't know what you're getting into, somebody's going to tell you. A local's going to tell you very quickly. Don't fuck with that one. Don't go on that street at night. Don't go over there. Don't look around and wave at this person, you know, because then you'll be sending off these gang signs. You don't know what you're doing, enemy territory. Like people that go in New Orleans and they look at people the wrong way, and the next thing you know, they're shot at. They don't know any better. Like if I went to Detroit, I would have to have Grumpy Grandpa near me, and I was like, okay, what are the rules in Detroit? What do I not do? Don't make eye
believe
contact.
it or not, I was saying that on another stream, and they said that they could walk through New York. I bet Renegade $1,000 he couldn't walk through downtown. He said you got respect, given respect, but the trouble is they have no respect in like downtown. A couple miles from my house, they're jumping cops for Christ's sake. They don't ask for respect or give it. They just are jumping people 5 at a time. You know, and if you pull the gun on them to defend yourself, you'd end up in prison. That's why I said it wouldn't even be worth trying.
Yeah, Braxton, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this once and only once. I like pineapple on pizza, so you may not.
I do too,
but I do.
I like liver on pizza.
The only time I eat pineapple, it's the Hawaiian pizza. It's actually good. You got your savory stuff. There you go. So now the only thing that don't belong on a pizza is anchovies, because nobody wants to eat that shit.
I've never ate anchovies, so I hear it's salty, but I love sardines. Yeah. So I mean, it's probably same thing.
When I used to order pizzas, I would order pineapple, mushrooms, and ham. And sometimes I would cover it in ranch. That's good pizza. Oh, you get because the red sauce gives me heartburn. But
ranch dressing on pizza.
Yeah.
Dude, I would drive a Volvo before I put ranch dressing on pizza.
It's
Papa John's used to have this dip in a little container, and you dip your pizza in this white sauce, and
Yeah.
it was ranch dressing. Papa John's is the one that got ranch dressing popular to dip pizza in.
That's where
Oh
I
my
got it.
God,
Papa John's.
that sounds so nasty.
Instead of
It's not.
the marinara sauce, instead of the
That's
red,
what made Papa John's.
yeah, instead of the red sauce, the marinara
That
sauce.
marinara
it's just
sauce.
ranch.
I'd rather ranch than marinara sauce any day.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
that's what I would do. I would take because I'll get heartburn with the marinara
well,
sauce. So I would have
believe it or
I would
not,
have
I
the
got
ranch sauce.
Yeah,
I got,
get the
um,
heartburn.
Grumpy agrees with me. Ranch sauce on a pizza is awesome.
I
Damn,
dip
I
my
got-
pizza in ranch dressing.
yeah.
I got IBS, so I can't eat stuff like mayonnaise and mustard and all that crap. It
Oh,
it
that's
destroys
okay.
my,
Worth eating. I'll be eating
Inferior
it on the
bowel
throne.
syndrome.
yeah, irritable bowel syndrome. Yep.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I'll be eating that stuff on the throne. I'll be like, it's so worth it.
There's a doctor down here in Lafayette, Louisiana, that's got a cure for whatever IBS.
Not
Yeah.
to be confused with IBM.
He
the computer.
advertises on YouTube. Actually, he's got ads on YouTube. I see his ads. He's
I've
a
seen
well-known
that.
doctor down here. Well-known.
I've seen
doctor.
that. I've seen that guy.
He's
I think
one
I know
of
who you're
the.
talking about.
He's not a doctor that just takes you in and because they call a doctor. Their license is to practice medicine. Okay. Well, he's that type of doctor that looks for cures and stuff. He's not just a doctor that you go in, you give him he charges you $80 and he writes you out a prescription for pills instead of running a test on you to see what's actually wrong with you. He's not that kind of doctor. Well, he is, but he's also a doctor that practices medicine, that looks for cures. And he's got a cure, it's not a pill cure. You got to have a certain diet and stuff, and then certain medicines that you do take. And this is not one of them fake YouTube ads or anything. This
I'm not saying it's,
real.
but I know I've been told how they could fix my IBS, but what my fix is about surgery, and I don't feel like doing it.
Okay. Well, this is not a surgery neither with this guy.
Well, I have to have surgery, even with this guy. I've got
Okay. So you
what
don't have just a regular IBS. You have
I've got
severe case of something else also.
whatchamacallit, your the intestines, the snake part, whatever it's called there.
Right.
Oh, you would have to get your large intestines taken out, probably. Or small, one of those.
No, I've got
the
too
small
many.
one is the one that comes out of your stomach.
What's the one that's shaped like that looks like a giant, basically sewer holes? What's it called?
Is it colon,
Large
you mean?
intestine.
Your
what?
colon? Or your large,
No.
your large intestine or your colon?
The one that looks like a large, looks like a big snake, that wraps around everything.
That's your large intestine.
Large intestine, yeah.
Okay. Now, so basically, the way they described me, he said years ago, and I've had that, and he ain't the only one. If you're supposed to have 5 miles of it, all stretched out, I got 20 miles of it. I got too much of it.
Diverticulitis. Yeah, that's no fun. That hurts.
I got too much intestines, basically.
It means it takes you like 4 days to take a poop.
Chasing tails outdoors. What's up,
Maybe
me?
longer.
How you doing?
Actually, sometimes it takes 4 weeks to take a shit.
Damn.
No.
No wonder
Right.
you're blocked up.
There's
You're like,
something
hold on,
else
I gotta take
besides,
that muscle poop.
Irritable
It gets-
bowel syndrome there. That's TMI there too.
That's okay.
IBS is TMI.
Yeah, that's it.
IBS, IBM, IBW, it's all the same.
But there's some things that make me go fast. So it just too fast, and one of them is
It's educational for YouTube because people need to learn this.
Jalapeno peppers make me go fast.
Speaking of that, I gotta
get
take
cramped up and I gotta go.
doc.
I gotta go hang off the dock, not lean off the dock. I gotta go hang and do.
You gotta do the lean off.
It's only jalapeno peppers that do it though. I can eat habaneros, yellow daisy cutters, super hots. It don't affect me like that. Tabasco peppers, man.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
my eggs in the morning, I put hot sauce. It looks like ketchup. That's how red it is. Don't bother me. It don't bother me. But you give me 4 slices of jalapenos on a pizza, dipped in ranch dressing, or not dipped in ranch dressing like Papa John's. 2 hours later, I'm starting to get the angry gut.
Uh-huh.
The malitas. the not the malicas, the malitas.
I remember when steroids did start giving my father problems when he was sick. And one time I was driving to a doctor's appointment, and he had to go to the bathroom, and he said, "Pull over." I said, "What?" He said, "I gotta go to the bathroom." I said, "Well, we're almost to the doctor office." He said, "Look, boy, you pull over. I'm gonna make your I'm gonna turn the front seat of your car from gray to black."
Dang. Oh no, it's not. Oh, I said it wrong. It's the malitas, but for what the jalapenos do to me is the marivons. Yeah.
Yeah, that was no that. But needless to say, I'm glad I pulled over, because he pulled over on the side of the highway, you know,
And just splashed it all over the side of the road, the grass and all that. Kill the grass.
Well, considering it steroids and all the meds, I should have drove by. It was, thank God, it was a rural back road, because if it didn't, but a cop did see him and pulled up, and and I looked at the cop. I told him what happened. I said, "Look, he's on stage 4 COPD. He has steroids." As soon as I said he's on steroids, and he saw the medication that was actually in the back seat of my car, he looked at. He said, "Have a nice day, sir." I said,
There you go.
it was either that or messed his pants in my car. What do you do?
Yeah. Honey Bunches of Oats cereal. Yeah. Well, yeah. Cheerios, Raisin Bran without the raisin or with the raisins, Bran Flakes. That'll make you go.
Yep. Honey. The best Raisin Brands is what's that one? The honey Raisin Bran Crunch.
Yeah, I never tried that.
That's actually, I will tell you this: if you have bad teeth or have cavities, do not eat Raisin Bran Crunch, because it
probably has like grape nuts. You remember the cereal Grape Nuts? And it's hard. You have to let them soak in the milk for a half hour before you can start eating it.
Oh, it ain't that bad, but.
Grape Nuts. It's made by Post, and Raisin Bran is made by Post. So, I guess
Kellogg's Raisin Bran Crunch. Kellogg's Raisin
Bran Crunch. They probably have the grape nuts mixed in with it, and that I forget what is barley. The grape nuts is more barley than anything. So it's hard, Grumpy Grandpa, they make me shy. Yeah, well, runny eggs, over easy, over light. I eat mine sunny side up. I just splash the grease on top of them, where it cooks the white, and I love that. Then I'll put some rice on top, put 3-4 eggs in my plate, throw some cooked rice on top of them runny eggs, and mix all that together, or just dip toast in it or bread and sop that yellow up. Oh, hell yeah.
You and my old man,
runny eggs make you go too.
There's nothing worse than having IBS, though, I tell people.
Well, I guess I'm lucky I don't have that.
Well, I've had all my life. It's sometimes you go all the time, sometimes you can't go at all, and it's a pain in the butt, especially if you're at a function and you can't get no place.
And cigar keeps going out. Prune juice, prunes, prune, or that I think that's the worst job you can have, is to be a prune juice tester in a prune juice factory, because you go to work one day or 2 days, and then you got to take 3 days off. You know what I mean? That's the worst job you can have. Then you work a day or two, then you got to take another 3 days off. Prune
Why is
juice
that?
taster, quality control. Yeah, they must have a lot of employees in a prune juice factory.
They probably rotate them from manufacturing to the tasting, and they probably don't leave them on the same tasting all the time.
Yeah, well, you got to have extra employees, because when the one employee has to take the 2 days off, 3 days off, you got to have somebody take his place.
I mean, I'm
And
saying
then
they
rotating the three different people. Yeah,
they probably manufacture it for a couple of days and then taste test it. I mean, but you know what would be the worst? I can think of a worse job. A beer taster.
Well, they do have them job slots in breweries and distilleries too. Whiskey distilleries. Every year or so, they pop open those whiskey barrels. When they start getting of age, the 4-year-old or 3 years old, and then they test. What's up, Dave? Welcome to the live stream, buddy.
I'm just
Now we
listening
can
to
now
all
we
your-
can
just
change
listening
the
to you guys
subject.
Listen to all the pooper talk. That's all.
Yeah, now we
I
can
remember-
change the subject.
I remember what was
Hey,
the beer?
You're talking
there
to
was a
somebody with a
brewery.
bad gut too. I
A
have
brewery.
IBS. I have diverticulitis and IBS. These are
Oh,
what they
God.
say.
That's automatic with diverticulitis. You
Yeah.
know.
So you know what I'm talking about when I say you'll go weeks without going,
No,
and
not
then
anymore.
day. But I
Not
mean,
anymore.
you know what I'm talking about though when I say you can go weeks without going, and then weeks where you go every 5 minutes.
Most of the time I gotta go like now. I hardly ever.
Yeah, when
get
you have to
back up.
go, you gotta go. Yeah.
I'm actually currently dealing with a little bit of a flare up right now.
I believe
They
it.
actually have me on medication.
So, Cajun, do you have when speaking of this, when I get
Wait, you broke
Back.
up. What? Your service is
you have
breaking
instant
up.
messenger. Oh,
What's instant
I
messenger?
said you have Facebook
What is
instant
that?
messenger. Instant messenger on Facebook.
Yeah, when you send chats on
yeah,
Facebook.
but I don't hardly go there. I don't hardly go on Facebook.
You don't need Facebook to have instant messenger. though.
No, I know, but yeah, I do have instant messenger.
Because
Yeah,
when I
that's-
get
that's
back,
good.
I want you to look at both vehicles that I got before you make up your mind on which one you want.
Okay, I want the one that runs, but I think you
They
said
both-
both of
they-
them. Well, no, you
they
said
both
I have
run.
to.
They both run that. I should say they both run. The one was driven to my house. When I say I don't know, I haven't popped the hood. It's been in my driveway for a year and I haven't even touched it because I'm not a Dodge man. But they both run. The Dodge. I'm gonna warn you. It's never been undercoated. It's never been fluid filmed. The Suzuki has zero rust and it's been fluid filmed every year. But I want
Okay.
you to make an informed decision before you take one or the other. You could have either one, but
Okay.
I'm gonna warn you. I want
Gotcha.
because
Yeah.
the ones that is crusty because it's a New York truck. Just letting you know. That's why I want you to. I don't want you to. I don't want to send a piece of shit down there to cost more than. Excuse my French. I don't want you to think it's a piece of crap that's worth more in junk than it is to have hauled. Is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, gotcha.
I
Well, as
mean,
long
you
as
can-
the engine, if if it's got a battery in it, I mean, you told me all I got to do is go
Oh
up
yeah,
there and
oh
drive
yeah,
it
you
back.
could drive it. Oh yeah, you could drive it back. But I'm just saying, one's rusty and one ain't. That's why I want you to look at both.
He said you
Oh.
can. He's trying to tell you can drive it back, but you probably might have to stop at a brake shop and get a little brake line replaced before you
No,
get out.
no. It ain't that. And the brake, that
Joke.
part ain't bad. I'm saying it's got surface rust all over the undercarriage, and I want him to look at it before he decides. The Suzuki, I can honestly say, is rust free, 100% rust free. I
believe in
bought that
shit.
car.
I get my car sprayed every year.
I spray mine myself. But the guy that gave me that Dodge Dakota did not do that, and I kept telling him to. I mean, and he saw how it works on my cars, but he didn't believe that oil will stop metal from rusting. And let's just say it did run it when he came here, and it does it does run good, but it don't look pretty. It's
Well,
on the underside.
I have a 2018, and when I first bought it, I decided I was going to do it because I have a friend that was doing it to his vehicle. Now, I'm not using fluid film. Well, 1 year I did use fluid film. But the guy that does fluid film, that's somewhat a reasonable drive for me. He's a pain in the ass to get an appointment with.
So why don't you do it yourself?
Well, because the guy I'm doing it now, it's a different product. It's called it's Crown Rust Proofing. You ever heard of that?
Who do you think makes Crown? Fluid
It's not
film.
exactly the same as fluid film.
No, but actually, Crown and Fluid Film are made by the same company. That and Wool's Wax. I've used all three. They all basically are the same thing.
Why do it myself? Because they spray the inside of my doors. They spray inside my bed panels. They take the freaking license.
And guess what? You can do that. You can do that yourself. They sell a spray gun for $139. I do it myself.
They only charge me $159 a year to do it.
Okay, but well, wait a second. I bought the spray gun for $139.
$300. I might be doing it myself, but
listen. I bought the spray gun for $139. A 5-gallon bucket will do it to over 20 times, and the spray gun will last forever. My spray gun's 10 years old. It comes with the wands and everything.
I probably should do that because I even have a hoist I could use.
I mean, Cajun's got internet. Cajun, look up a fluid-filled spray gun.
I could throw it up on a hoist and spray the hell out of it the way I want it.
Exactly. You can buy the spray gun kit for $139. I believe Napa sells it for $139 with the wands and everything. A 5-gallon bucket is $200. A fluid film, Crown, or Wool's Wax are all pretty much the same.
I will say to anybody listening, I live in Metro Detroit. So you're from what? New York?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got it just as bad as we got it. You got it just as bad as we got it.
Yeah, y'all both in the salt belt.
Well, the only way to make it worse than being in the salt belt is being in the salt belt and having to drive dirt roads all year.
Oh, actually, dirt roads are better because the dirt sticks to that fluid film or whatever.
And if you don't fluid film, if you don't do any of that, you want to see a car ride out.
No, actually, if you want to see a car rot out, you drive in Pennsylvania where they use salt brine before every storm, and oh my God, the liquid salt. The liquid calcium salt. Oh, and you actually are.
I'd have to say the worst.
You're in the worst area.
The worst cars I ever see in my shop when it comes to corrosion are cars out of Ontario that have not been treated. Windsor and Ontario. Ontario.
You know what I use on my believe it or not, you know what I found out the hard way, and the thing I use on my car, the quarter pant, not my quarter pant, my control arms. I never did it. The fluid film washed off my control arms and destroyed the control arms on my T100. Cajun remembers I was hunting like hell.
Yeah, I remember when I looked up. I found you some control arms down here.
I did. I bought them. I did. But they were in. I had to order them from. I had to order them from Florida.
That was 2.5 years ago or something.
Yep. But I learned a hard way. I learned the hard way because they're so hard to find. So now I cover my control arms with grease. I take a handful of grease with some rubber gloves, stick it inside the bucket, and I smother them with grease, and then spray with fluid film over the top of that. They don't look pretty, but there's no rust on them.
Oh, and Grumpy Grandpa meant Zanron meant potholes, not hot hose.
Is he from the Metro Detroit area?
Grumpy Grandpa? Yeah, he's in
Detroit,
Michigan somewhere.
He's in Detroit, I think. Go around surrounding area.
Did you even look up a Suzuki SX4 there, Cajun?
No.
You should, because that's what it
is. That the cross? Is that like a SUV?
No, it looks like a Volkswagen Jetta. It's the best way to describe
I know
it.
what you're talking about.
It looks like a Volkswagen Jetta.
Potholes.
SX4.
That's what it's called. SX4 sedan.
Yeah, that's the 4-door.
Yeah, they're all 4 doors. They didn't make a 2-door of it. It's an SX4 sedan.
The Suzuki Samurai is a 2-door.
But it ain't a Samurai. This is a car. This is not.
Yeah.
It's
It's not. Okay, I got you.
It's a 4-door sedan that looks like a Volkswagen Jetta, basically. It does. It looks a lot like a Volkswagen Jetta. All I can tell you is there's no. It was the only problem with that is someone cut me off when I was getting ready to get rid of it, and they T-boned me, ripped the front end off it. And they get in the junkyard, and when I bought it back from the insurance company, because the only thing wrong with it was the fender and the hood and the bumper. And I said, bring it home. And they said, and they said, what do you mean? We'll give you $300 for it. I said, bring it home. It's got 70-some thousand miles on it, and you're going to take it to a junkyard over a fender, a hood. Well, they don't make we can't justify putting $2,000 into a car that's only got a book value of $2,000. Bring it home then. Well, what are you going to do with it? Don't worry about it. It sat in my driveway for 3 years. If I was home, I could go put a key in that and start it up. I start it up every once in a while. But finally, after 6 months of looking, I found, I said, eventually one will show up in the junkyard. So one did show up in the junkyard. I bought the hood, the fender, the bumper, and a new wheel. Cost me less than $150. I was not, and the reason why I waited, because I knew it was silver and I wanted to get a silver front end, you know what I mean? And none of the airbags exploded on it. So it was basically just wait until, but believe me, when I show you both vehicles, you'll see why I want you to look at both before you make a decision. I know you'd like a truck, but believe me, I don't want you to get one that's a piece of crap rust bucket. I'm just telling you, one's dicey and one ain't.
Well, all I can tell you about that fluid filming your vehicles or wool wax, or I know that some people are using
toilet rings.
Some people are using what's that stuff that's made by PB Blaster now? Surface Shield.
Yes, Surface Shield.
Surface Shield crown rust proofing. I got a 2018 Chevy Silverado with 87,000 miles on it. And there's not a spot of rust anywhere on that truck, and even underneath it. I mean,
my T100's got my T100. My T100's got the original black powder coat on the bottom of it. Excuse me. All but the control arms, but that they do now because I replaced them. But the Dodge Dakota would never rusted if he had fluid filmed it, and he didn't want to spend the money on paying. I told him the same thing. I said, "Look, you give me $50 and buy me a gallon bucket of fluid film. I'll fluid film you." And but the reason, and most people don't realize, and I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, it being you use it. When you put fluid film on, Wolves Wax, Crown, any of them, you never go through a car wash during the winter. You just go through one of the self-serve car wash off the body, and leave the undercarriage alone. You don't want to wash it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Well, you
don't want to wash all that stuff off.
Another thing too is I don't suggest getting it done at wintertime. I suggest getting it done when it's still a little warmer out.
I do mine twice a year. I do my I run through the car wash in the spring.
When it's warm though, it creeps better. It seeps in.
Yeah, I do my we still got winter technically. So when I know there's going to be no more salt in that, I drive through a car wash probably twice and get all that grime and salt brine that was stuck to it over the winter. I let it dry for a couple of weeks, because the salt's been washed off the road from the spring rains. So about the middle of April, I go by, make sure it's been washed off. It's nice and clean underneath. And I go up, I put that thing up, jack stands and blocks, and I fluid film it. And I let it soak. And then I put axle grease. I put fluid film on the control arms just for the summertime. And then I drive it all summer long. But I don't wash it underneath, only once in a rare occasion. And then September, usually about September, when we get our Indian summer, I go out there and I spray it like it's the damn thing's on fire. I just spray. I spray it. Wait a couple hours, go back out, put another coat on it. I spray inside I spray so much in the rocker panels it's dripping out through the drain holes, you know what I mean? And then I take the taillights out of the on a truck and I spray up over the wheel wells until it's dripping out wheel wells. You know what I mean? And then I take get the fluid film, and I put it a rag, and I put it inside of the fluid film bucket, and I wax my wheels. I got chrome aftermarket wheels. I wax the chrome wheels. I wax the paint with fluid film, and then rub it in, just like it was wax. And then I take it outside and let the sun just bake it on. And tell you what, for the first couple of weeks after I do that, the best word I could describe is Pepe Le Pew. It stinks because you go by the car and it smells like someone. It smells like someone basically took a dump on your car because fluid film or any of it.
The places they spray around here, they'll spray it. You can come in with the truck all wet underneath. They'll still spray it. They won't even dry it off.
They don't recommend doing that because
the water they claim the water just disappears off it. Anyway.
I don't like doing that. I still let it dry for a couple days, before I do it.
Agree.
But either way,
it's better if it's dry, I would assume. But my understanding is
but if you read the can, it says they don't recommend doing it.
The water will dissipate. The water is insignificant that it's up on your frame. It'll be gone once they get done spraying it.
Oh yeah. But I spray it twice though in the spring, like I said, and I do it again in September or October during our Indian summer, and but it's like anything else. To me, if I'm going to spend 20, 30, 40 grand or whatever on a vehicle, I want it to last until it dies myself. I mean, it's just not, that's just my opinion.
Well, I didn't do it to my last truck. About the time my last truck was 5 years old, I was already getting rusty rocker panels. That was an 03 Silverado. It was getting rusty under my the rockers or whatever you want to call it, by the doors, underneath the doors. All the Chevy Silverados ride out real bad. You don't have to protect them.
Well, it's like you know who told me about fluid film? I have an old neighbor that drives probably one of the rustiest Ford trucks ever made. And I'm gonna tell you what it is, and I guarantee you know which truck I'm talking about. The one with the triangle off the side, 1967 or 68 to 72 Ford truck. When they had that triangle that went down the side, and they had that little groove in between, where the panels. That was one of the worst years for Ford trucks for rusting. And he drives a 71 Ford Explorer pickup truck with no rust that he bought his father bought brand new, and his father fluid filmed it, and it still has no rust. Now they don't drive it every day in the wintertime now because naturally it's an old dinosaur, but they use it for it's their weekend warrior truck. And but it's got that straight six with the 3 on the tree, and the odometer quit working 20 years ago, so God knows how many miles are on it. But all I know is he said he flipped it 3 times, which is not hard to believe for a straight 6 or a slant 6 or whatever you want. Whatever Chevy, Ford, and Chrysler all built a straight 6, slant 6, whatever you want to call it. They were all bulletproof motors. You ain't gonna win no race with them.
Slant 6. Ford did a straight 6, 2 different versions of a straight 6. Ford had the 240 and the 300.
And they had a 200 in the Ford Fairmont.
And Chevy
Ford had a
235 and
a 292. 292.
Something like that. The bigger straight 6. All those straight 6s, man. How you want to say that? They proved that, in the sea trials and all that, they are proven engines,
They're real high torque motors.
Yeah, but they're not for speed, but yes, they will pull anything.
Right,
I mean,
they're low RPM and high torque motors.
But Fairmont, the Ford Fairmont Cajun had a 200 straight 6. The Maverick had a 250 straight 6, and the Granada, they had a 240 straight 6, and then the truck was a 300 straight 6. But Chevy had a 250 straight 6 and a 292. But any of those, the straight 6 or Chrysler slant 6, I mean, all three, the big three, they should have never stopped making them. that you can't kill. They're the perfect balanced motor. Everything,
Well,
it's
GM
the
actually,
300 Ford
GM
straight
actually,
six and
GM
the
actually
half ton and the
reintroduced.
3/4 ton trucks were, especially the 3/4 ton Ford trucks with the 300 straight six with the 4-speed with the granny 4 forward speeds now. Okay, not the regular 4-speed 3-speed with a reverse. The 4 forward speeds, they had that granny gear on it. That low first gear was low. Partner, you can pull a tractor out of a muddy field with the plow down on that tractor with that Ford truck.
Oh yeah. But
What's
you know
up,
what's
Bill
funny?
Beckett? What's Small Town Machine
What's the
Shop?
highest mileage, you
Adam,
guys? What's
Bill Beckett. Let's see
What's
who else I missed in here. David Carlisle, 710, all's upside down. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see who else I missed in here. Okay, I think I'm caught up on the chat. BW's Electronics. What's up, Mon Ami? Said his aunt lives in Livonia, Michigan. We have a Livonia, Louisiana down here, and it's straight to the east of me, about 40 minutes. That's where my granddaughter was raised up at. I mean, my daughter was raised up and my granddaughter.
What's the highest mileage any of you guys have ever seen on a gasoline engine?
What's that?
What?
What's the highest mileage you guys have ever seen on a car? Like a gasoline motor?
I personally have seen a straight six Chevy go 800,000 miles.
Oh,
and I saw
a
I've never
Dodge
seen
V8.
800,000.
Dodge V8 in a 4-wheel drive pickup. I think it was a 360. The 5.5, 5.6, 5.7, whatever. But every this guy that owns it, he bought it brand new. It's a 4-wheel drive. I forget what year it is. A 90 something. He said the key to this engine is every 100,000 miles, I change the timing chain, the gear, timing gears, and the chain. And also, while I'm at it, I change the water pump. You know, you got to take the water pump off anyway to get to the timing chain. He said that's the key to a V8 Dodge engine is the timing chain and the water pump every 100,000 miles. And you treat it right. You know,
my 28
he had almost 400,000 on it.
My 28 years of being a professional technician, the highest mileage engines I've ever seen with original engines in them. They may have had timing chains, they may have had other repairs, but the actual bottom half of the motor is still original. I'd have to say they'd be General Motors LS engines, the V8s, 5.3, the 6.0, and the 4.8. But more 5.3 than any of them. I've seen very high mileage on those with original engines. I've seen not the active fuel management ones, the earlier ones, like ones like Rajan's driving, his personal truck. I've seen those original miles upwards of 500,000. I've seen a few over 500,000.
So Chevy,
and I'd have to say the GM 3800. I've seen those with extreme amount of miles on them. On V8s, or V6s, that'd be probably the top V6 I've ever seen with the high mileage on it. I've seen a few old Ford 4.9s, the straight 6 with very high mileage on them.
Take it easy, Bonnie Wee, J. Mary Stone.
Seen high mileage on the 5.2, 5.9 V8 Chryslers, but like when it comes to 4-bangers, I think the highest would still be Hondas.
I don't know.
I think Honda even outdoes Toyota when it comes to longevity. I've seen Hondas with 580,000 miles.
Oh, a Honda and a Toyota, man. Those are one of the two best Jap motors they got. You know,
I personally think everyone laughs. I get picked on by some people, especially that Texarkana guy. He picks on me. The Texas dude. We ain't saying names. But when I told him, I said, your Chrysler products wouldn't stand a candle to the reliability of my Toyota I've got. I said, he goes, well, they say my truck's just as old, but yeah, your truck's in Texas. How many New York trucks in the Salt Belt that are 28 years old with the mileage that I have?
Yeah, well, that's true too. But just
kind
to
of truck you
say,
driving?
it doesn't matter salt belt or not. If you take care of it, the body where it won't rust, then you get the mileage that you want out of the engine because
kind of
the
truck you
body
have?
still can carry that engine.
What's that?
What kind of truck you have that you're comparing to the Mopar in Texas?
T100.
I've got
Toyota T100.
Yeah,
the
the
1-ton.
version. We said at the same time.
Yep.
He's got the 1-ton version with that long bed on it. Which Nissan made a 1-ton in 1985. A lot of people don't know that. Nissan made a 1-ton truck, a mini
But
truck.
I get people think I'm crazy when I tell them it's a 1-ton. Now, some people say there's no way it could haul a ton. I mean, heck, even Polar Bear Ed said, "Oh yeah, that won't haul a ton." I said, "Ed, you got to run the VIN." Toyota, the T100, they made it in 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. They made it with the V6, the 4-cylinder. The only T100 they made was that was 1-ton, was rear-wheel drive, long bed with the 2.7 in it.
Well, a ton's only 2,000 pounds.
Yeah.
But
I've thrown 2,000 pounds in my back of my Chevy many, many times. And that's a half-ton pickup truck.
yes, but there ain't too many. The Americans do not build a 1-ton truck with a 4-cylinder engine.
Not yet.
Nissan did.
But that ain't American.
Oh. No.
I'm talking
Nissan
American brand. I said my truck.
We got half tons with a 4-cylinder engine.
Yep.
We
But
got a
I also
Silverado
told.
that's got a 4-cylinder turbocharged. It's 2.7 liter now.
Yep. But I told him that my T100 will haul just as much as like a 72 Ford F350.
So your Toyota was made here in the States?
Nope, mine's a Japanese truck. 100.
Well, I just told you Nissan made a 1-ton truck. You said, but that's not an American truck.
It's not. When I say American truck, I mean now the American big three: Ford, Chevy, or.
Oh, I got you.
I mean, yeah, right. It was made in this country, but Toyota. But see, it's kind of funny. The Tacoma and Tundra are made in the United States. Okay.
Yeah. They have the factories here in Tennessee and Kentucky.
But everyone says, but I had a bad frame. I said, actually, Toyota T100 was a 100% Japanese truck, but it was designed. They stole, and this is something Antonio out in Arizona told me, and I looked it up, and he's absolutely right. My truck has torsion bars. Toyota and GM.
I know Antonio Claudio.
Antonio even told me that Toyota got permission from GM to use their front end design. So basically, that T100 has got torsion bars like the original, like some of the Chevy trucks had in the early '80s.
ACM or AMC? Wait,
well, a half-ton truck, a 3/4 ton truck, and a 1-ton truck. When they say that, a 1-ton truck, a half-ton truck, 3/4 ton truck, a true 1-ton truck typically can hold upwards of 2 tons in its bed.
Yeah, like a dually. You're talking about like a
like they can hold upwards of 4,000 plus pounds in their bed.
Yeah, they can hold more than a ton.
But you know what's scary though?
2,400 pounds of concrete in sacks. Drilling rig concrete. When they shut in a well, I hauled a pallet and a half of that in a buddy of mine's 79 Ford pickup, half-ton truck, 79 Ford with the square headlights. Boy, I love that truck to death. It was a friend of mine. He wanted to sell it to me, but I didn't have enough money. I bought it later on anyway. But anyway, I hauled a pallet and a half of drilling rig cement. No rock, no gravel in it. It was just plain concrete for shutting in a well. Hauled a pallet and a half from Intercoastal City, and that was like 2,400 pounds. I did scrape the back tires because they had some big mud grips on the back. I did scrape the fenders, went down and scraped the tires, and Ravis Mouton was a little mad at me.
I've had them bring up pallets of concrete and put in the back of my T100. My T100, it was the funniest part. the funniest thing I ever hauled, and that was definitely quite the sight to see. I should have taken a picture of it because I'm sure Cajun would have loved that. When I had a 71 Buick Electra and I sold it to a guy in Massachusetts. And I took that and I towed that Buick to Massachusetts with my T100. Now just picture it.
Is that Buick you had in your garage for a while or something?
Yep, an Olds 225. Just picture an Olds 225 being towed down the road by a Toyota four-cylinder pickup.
I know what a deuce and a quarter car is. That's in big cars.
Yeah, so you imagine how funny that looked, me pulling that down the highway doing 70 with a four-cylinder pickup truck, Toyota T100 being towed behind.
Damn.
That's what I towed it up with. And a buddy of mine said, that's it. My buddy saw me going down the highway and he called me up. Is that you pulling your Buick down the highway on a tow dolly behind your Toyota? I said, yeah. You know how he said, I'm gonna put you on Facebook, and he did. Took about 4 or 5 pictures. He said that looks so funny with this boat being giant boat being pulled behind it. He said you're pulling a V8 powered car behind a four-cylinder pickup truck. I says, okay. The Toyota gets almost 35 miles to the gallon on the highway versus
you find that kind of funny, yeah. Yeah, well, if I see that, I'd take pictures of it too.
But it worked. It hauled that Buick. I was doing on Interstate 90 going across the toll road, doing 75 miles an hour with that Buick behind me, and that little four-cylinder Toyota didn't miss a beat.
Wait, you said 70 earlier, and now you changed it to 75.
No, there were spots you have to do 75. In Mass, it's 75, but in New York, I was doing 70.
How heavy was the car?
A Buick 225.
Yeah.
About
5,000 pounds.
They're about
a Buick Electra, deuce and a quarter, 225 Electra.
I think they're 58 or 6,000.
Family car.
The 220, it's a Buick Electra 225. It's 225 inches long. That's what the 225 stands for.
What year?
Those were. Hey, look! If I had a electric deuce and a quarter right now, I can get $4,000 for it. I guarantee you.
What year?
And then whoever I sell it to, they're gonna put these 20s on it, these rims with them skinny tires, and jack it up with the hydraulic switches and all that. That is one of the what they call them guys in California, East LA or whatever. Them guys that got them cars that do this all the time. What they call
they
them
do
guys?
Low
riders. You know, low rider.
It was a 71. It was a 71 Buick.
He knocked himself out. A 71 Buick deuce and a quarter. I
with
guess.
A 455.
Yeah, 455. Yeah, the big V8. That's them guys in East LA, you know, in LA, California. They the one that came up with these low rider cars and all that.
That's about a 5,000 pound car. Then it's about a 5,000 pound.
Yeah,
car
that's what I was saying a while ago.
So the trailer, the car hauler weigh what, about 2,000 pounds, maybe?
I don't know.
It was on a car hauler. It
was on a dolly.
On a tow dolly?
Yeah.
Oh, so you weren't even towing 6,000 pounds. I could see.
I had on it.
Doing it.
No, because everything's balanced, you know.
No, I can see a 4-cylinder doing that.
Yeah.
The most I pulled with my 18 Chevy was I did some cement work, a rental home I have, and I picked up 2.5 or 3 yards. I can't remember. We had to redo the walkway up to the front of the house, and we did the U-cart cement.
Yeah.
And when I started to pull away after they filled me up, and I did a 6-bag mix. No, 5-bag mix. I'm trying to remember. 5 or 6, whatever they call it. And I asked the guy, I said, how much am I pulling behind me? He goes, oh, you got about, with it wet like that? He said, between 8 and 9,500 pounds. He said, could be anywhere in there. He goes, I'm guesstimating. And I didn't have trailer brakes on this stupid U-cart cement thing. And I'll tell you what, I had no problem accelerating. You sure could tell when I was going to slow down that you had 8,000 pickup truck. You had to give yourself a little bit of room to slow down.
Yeah.
But that Buick, I sold the Buick because I wasn't driving it because it was a gas hog from hell. I converted to fuel injection, and it got a little better gas mileage. It went from 11 to almost 16 miles to the gallon converting it to fuel injection. But just didn't have time to drive it. I have too many cars. You can ask Cage, and I got too many cars.
Yeah, he can fill up a used car lot partially with what he's got.
Let's see. I got 2 Audi TTs, a 2015 Impala. I got that Dodge Dakota. I got a Suzuki SX4. I just bought a Chevy Tahoe. I've got an 88 VW Cabriolet convertible.
Boom, 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 boom. Ed, the old tech guy with a $4 super sticker. Thank you, Ed. What's up, mon ami?
VW Cabriolet, and I forgot about that to put that on the list the other day. I got an 85 BMW 325M.
Hey, did you ever fix your Audi, the one they hit the rear end, the rear panel on it?
No, because I bought another Audi, so I'm going to take the engine out of that Audi there and put it in the Cabriolet, and I'm going to make myself a redneck Audi Cabriolet.
Do something like that.
I'm going to do that in the spring. I was going to take the motor out of the Suzuki, believe it or not, and put it in the Volkswagen. But now that I got a genuine Audi VW convertible and TT engine, I'm going to put the Audi. The VW Cabriolet is an 88 with a 1.8 liter in it, and the 04 TT is the modern 1.8. The 5-valve 1.8, and so I'm going to put with a turbo. So I'm going to put the
line on that.
They're the same block, except for one's got 5 valves and one's got 2 valves. So I'm going to put the Audi TT. So I'm going to make myself a VW Cabriolet TT. I
remember you wanted to do something, put an engine in something, and I got with Luke Duke Outdoors. He builds custom motor mounts and all that stuff. Yep.
I was going to. That's what I was going to do with that Suzuki. And I contacted your buddy, and he said he could build me the motor mounts. But then when when the TT got wrecked, I said, screw it, I'll just keep that Audi because I was going to take, because there's one thing, the Suzuki motor is one thing I do like about it. See, the Audi has a timing belt. Okay, the Suzuki does not have a timing belt.
Okay,
what motor
is a chain?
Suzuki?
2.0.
Sure, it's a chain in a 2.0?
Yep.
What motor's in it? It doesn't happen to
Suzuki.
be. It is a Suzuki motor. It's not a GM motor.
Nope, it's a Suzuki SX4. Look it up.
Well, I'm just saying Suzuki and GM. Suzuki used to trade. They use parts from each other all the time.
Yeah, that is a true Suzuki motor. It's a chain. That's the reason when I went car shopping, it was right after I got my me and my wife split up, and I got rid of the Suzuki SX4, and I was car shopping, and I was looking for a Volkswagen Jetta, and the salesman said, you do know I got something just as good, better than a Jetta, and I said, I bet a VW man my whole life. He said, he pointed at Suzuki. He said, they're the same size, the same weight. And I said, yeah, but I want a standard shift. He says, that one's a standard shift. I can't give it away. And I said, what do you mean you can't give it away? Yeah. No one likes standard anymore. And he said,
I do. Hey, Missy was raised on the standard shift.
Well, that they're both standard. So whatever one you want to take, Gage, they're both standard.
Matter of fact, the Dakota, the Dodge is a standard.
Yes, that much I do know. It's a 5-speed.
I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a 5-speed, but the Suzuki's a 6-speed. And I'll tell you what, that Suzuki does shit and get. But they had a big
Doesn't
problem with
matter.
those Suzuki. They had a big problem with those Suzukis. They usually blew up at 100,000. You know why?
Time and
Because
chain.
nope, people
Nope.
did not pay attention. People kept saying, and there's tons of them in our junkyard, and every one of them got the same problem. People would not spend the extra money on synthetic oil. That car has to have synthetic oil. And people around, yes, it says so right in the owner's manual. They would void the
Really?
warranty.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They would void the warranty if you did not put synthetic oil in that car. But people said it costs too much. And there's a shit ton of those in junkyards where people put in regular oil and they burned up. They have a high they're a high tolerance engine, and they have to have 5W30 synthetic oil. You put anything else in them, you will destroy that engine.
I'll be damned. Well, nowadays synthetic oil is actually the same price or cheaper than regular oil. You know, I mean, the technology they have nowadays, you know, they can make synthetic oil, you know, cheap.
I buy that car. That Suzuki has had fluid film done to it every year. There's no rust on it, and I use nothing but Royal Purple synthetic oil in it since the day I bought it. I bought it brand new. Did 5,000 miles break-in with I did a 5,000 mile break-in with conventional, and then the very first oil change, I said after the 5,000 mile break-in, I said put in synthetic. The dealer said, well, we don't, synthetic oil costs too much. And I said, it says so right in the owner's manual, synthetic oil. It says go set oil. If you use conventional oil, it says change the oil every 3,500 miles or 7,500 miles if you use synthetic. Why would I go conventional when even the owner's manual says it? They said the timing chain, what happens is the timing chain, you were right on that part. They say if you don't use synthetic oil, the timing chain will actually get corrode and break. It's got a dual, if you look it up, that engine, it's got a dual roller steel timing chain, just like in a V8.
Is the housing plastic or metal? The housing that goes around the timing chain.
It's metal. It's an internal timing chain on that car.
Yeah, I know, but the housing of it, though, you know, just
it's
like on a
metal. It's metal.
Okay, all right. Saturns are on the LS2 or SL2 engines, which is a dual overhead cam. They have a timing chain, not a timing belt, like the regular.
All I know is when you pop
and they have a plastic timing cover, and the chain actually, when it gets loose, it'll go through the cover on it. Then the chain's about to jump when that happens.
When you pull the oil fill on that Suzuki, you can actually see the chain underneath the valve cover.
Okay.
And like I said, the car has never burned oil. The Suzuki gets over 30 miles to the gallon. I mean,
damn. Well, yeah. Usually that is the.
But I bought that car brand new for $9,000.
The Suzuki.
Yep, $9,000.
Wow.
What year is it?
2011.
2011.
I just didn't know if there was a Suzuki motor, or if it was a GM 4-cylinder, or
nope, it's a Suzuki motor.
I just know Suzuki used motors made by other manufacturers in some of their cars.
Oh yeah, the only thing I could tell you this: I drove that car from 2011 to 2020, and the only thing I did to it was the front brakes. It has everything else. The front brakes, and it had a recall on the idler pulley on the belts. That was done for the only problem I've ever had with that car that I ever had to fix was the front brakes. Every nut, bolt, the rear brakes are, the clutch, everything is 100% original, including the friggin' headlights.
Damn.
I've never changed a shock. I've never changed a strut.
So you can go into Suzuki car now and hit the key and it's going to start.
Yes.
It's a miniature crossover vehicle.
Yeah.
It's not really a sedan, if I'm correct.
Yes, it is. They made them. If you Cage, look up a Suzuki SX4 base. That's what it is.
But isn't it like kind of a little higher profile look to it?
No,
Is it like
do a shared screen, Cage. I know you know how. Just look up a Suzuki SX4 base, silver. It's a base Suzuki SX4 2011.
all I use in my cars is synthetic oil also, and I do use the weight that the manufacturer suggests. So people, if it's telling you to put 0W20 or 0W30 in it, use it unless you're in some extreme climate where the suggestion would be different.
It's just like they
oil. Say, oh, 020 is thinner than shit. I ain't putting that shit in my car. And they go with like 1030. I'm like, that engine was designed. The tolerances are so tight. It was designed for that.
Exactly. It's just like the antifreeze in that car. It's due for an antifreeze change. The antifreeze is blue, and they say, "Well, I'm not using that stuff. That stuff is double the cost." It says, "Okay, what are you gonna do? Put in green? Yeah, and then you'll
don't
pit
put
the
in
shit
green.
out.
The least I would do. This is the very least I would do. If you're gonna switch up or add to it or do something different, buy like the Peak or Prestone Global that's going to be golden color that claims it's a long life coolant that can go in anything. But still remember,
I would just use the blue that came with it, you know.
Yeah, but still remember there is different properties of these coolants, different amounts of silicone in the coolants and all that stuff.
Yep.
They built these engines. They designed the water pumps. Everything about them was designed around that coolant.
That's the car right there, except for I don't have the aluminum wheels. Those are the steel. I got the
if he
steel.
doesn't have aluminum wheels, I would not even be interested in it.
Listen to him.
I mean, I wouldn't take a free car without aluminum wheels.
But yes, that's the car.
That's a. I've never seen one down here in the South. I've never seen that car, but I guarantee you, if I get that car down here and I put it, I'm driving it, that's the first thing I'm gonna see for the first month.
Didn't GM sell that
car?
Cars like that.
But now, Cajun, look at the.
You always see other cars just like yours,
Cajun, look at the horsepower of that engine. Look at the horsepower and look at the fuel economy.
Well, it says right there 148, 150 horses, and let's see, 26 combined mileage. Okay, so that means you're gonna have say.
Yeah, but that's also 15, for the automatic. Mine's manual.
And 30 highway, and once you combine it on your average, you're gonna have 26 miles on average altogether.
Yep, but that's also the automatic. The base model is the base model with standard is higher. But that's what the car looks like, except for I got the hubcaps but like the tires. You know how much tires are for that car?
Probably 100.
I don't know, but that looks like them little skinny tires on there. On that one,
that's the low profiles. Mine has the 15 inch. You can go to I buy tires you can buy tires, the cheap Douglas tires, and they wear like I don't care what brand of tire you put on that car, it gets 50,000 miles out of 7 tires. You can get a tire for brand new at Firestone for $45 mount and balance, and about $38 mount and balance.
What's up, Backwood boys? Small engines. What's happening, mon ami?
And I got 2 decent tires on the back of that.
Now your car, the one you have, which size tire? 15s?
15s. I got the Suzuki SX4 base model.
Yeah, so you have the regular tire, 15-inch tire. You got 4 inches from rim to road.
No,
you don't have it's probably 2 inches from rim to road.
Yeah, it's probably got something like 195 60 15s on it or something like that.
Yes, exactly what it has.
Okay.
190. It's 195 65 15s. But yes.
Yeah. All right, so it's a regular tire. Yeah, it's not that little bitty tire from rim, 2 inches from rim to road.
I personally think I personally think when you see the 2 vehicles, you're going to want the Suzuki, especially considering the Dodge does not have air conditioning, and the Suzuki does. Is another good one too.
Oh well, Missy will definitely want the Suzuki then.
Didn't GM sell that very same car labeled as a Saturn in Canada? Like a
I don't.
Saturn,
All you have to do is go to Wikipedia and look up Suzuki SX4, and it tells the different companies that it was built under.
I'm very familiar.
I came
with
across a few cars from Canada that I'm like, what kind of? I've never seen this Saturn before in my life, and it looks just.
But don't that look like
common down here in the South? The Saturn, that's
it
common.
looks like a Volkswagen.
But Cajun, don't that look like an old? Don't that look like a? Don't that look like a mid '80s Volkswagen Jetta though? That Suzuki.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Jetta, the mid '80s.
Mid '80s, I'd say more mid '90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, well, go look up a 2000 Jetta, Volkswagen Jetta. They could be the twin. And when he told me though that when I took that car for a test, the salesman said, "Look, you don't want a Jetta." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because they're both 2.0 liters." He said that Jetta over there is automatic. I can't get a standard Volkswagen Jetta. And he says that's standard right there. He said that one's got air. The Jetta don't. He said the Jetta's got a timing belt that's got a timing chain. The Jetta's got a plastic water pump that's got an aluminum water pump. Which one? And the Jetta's got a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty.
Boom, 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 boom,
don't have a
$2 super sticker from the old tech guy. Appreciate it, the old tech guy.
The part that's plastic on the Jetta water pump is the impeller, not the actual whole pump.
Right.
Actually, on the northern models, they're plastic, 100%. The water pump, even the thermostat housing is plastic on the ones that are running around here.
Thermostat housing is, but I change a lot of Jetta water pumps, a lot of VW water pumps. I've never seen a plastic water pump housing.
Well, I can go to junkyard. And I can show you them around here.
My Jeep has a plastic impeller on the water pump, aluminum housing. Plastic impeller.
Most of them I see are aluminum housing, plastic impellers, and I get a lot of them come in my shop overheating and doing this, doing that, and it's because the coolant ain't flowing. And if you take that water pump out, you're gonna see all the plastic impellers all broke to shit.
Yeah.
I personally think Cajun would love that. His wife and him would love that Suzuki. Myself, it's a good car. It's a good little car.
Well, send me the information on it. You said it runs, right? I can go over there.
Oh yeah, that one runs. That one runs 100% run. That one. The only thing I gotta do is bolt on the fender and hood. I haven't done that yet, but I got them all sitting right there. But they both run. All I know is that that the Suzuki is a 2011 SX4 4-door sedan, and it's got less than 75,000 miles on it.
So you don't have a hood and a fender on it? All you got to do is put it on.
Yeah, they just got bolts them on.
Well, get lickety splicking, whatever you call it.
They don't take long. There's only 4 bolts holding the hood on and like 5 bolts holding the fender on.
How Larry the Cable Guy says that? Get her done.
I can't do nothing until I get back to New York. As soon as I get back to New York, I will. And
please check your emails.
I did. I already saw the
email. Tomorrow, check your email.
How much you paid for a quart of Royal Purple?
I'll have something in it for you.
How much you pay for the Royal Purple oil?
$39 for a 5-quart container at Walmart.
Well,
I paid curious. I have not priced oil myself in so long. I have no idea because when I do my oil changes, I just do it at my shop.
But hey, Cajun can put whatever he wants in it.
The best oil my shop carries is Pennzoil Platinum Plus.
He can put whatever he wants in, but I just keep running Royal Purple if I was him.
I've been using Pennzoil Platinum Plus for a long time now, and according to most of the studies that I've been shown and seeing, the only oil that outperforms the Pennzoil Platinum Plus is AMSOIL.
Yeah, but I think Royal Purple is a good oil, and it's easy.
They're good. Royal Purple is good oil. Valvoline's a great oil. The full synthetic Valvolines, they all have a good ad package to them.
Personally, the car's been
oil. Even your
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. When I got that Suzuki, when I got that That Suzuki has never had a check engine light on it. Not one check engine light ever.
Yeah, they're steel belted tires. I just saw that comment.
And
no car in the last 30 years has took bias ply tires.
What's up, Mr. Russ Jones? How you doing today? What you been up to, Russ?
I just got through watching a movie. Pretty good.
I got you.
All I gotta say is, only thing I want Cajun to do is if he ever decides to get a different car, I want him to pass on the love. If that car's still running, I want him to pass it on to somebody else. Don't sell it. That's
I will. I would do that. That's for damn sure. You know,
I'd be mighty pissed if you took that car and then turned around, sold it to fix your Jeep, and put the money in your pocket.
No, I wouldn't do that. No.
I want you to do it.
A decently priced 2002 Jeep motor has been quite the challenge to find.
Yeah. 2002 Jeep engine is the challenge.
Yeah.
That one that's running or whatever.
I get the engine. It's just ain't going to be in your price range. It's going to be reman, and you're looking at $2,400.
But you know what I'm saying? He could sell that Suzuki for enough money to get that buy a motor. If he did that, I'd be pissed.
I can't find an 02 motor. That's the problem.
Well, yeah, you can buy a revamp
motor. Briggs, listen to me. Hold on.
Get you a motor rebuilt. It's just not
I would sell my Jeep to differentiate the cost, of the car hauler and all that. That's what I would do. I would not sell that car.
How many miles are on
160.
You could probably get
the loaded. It's the limited edition, so that's the one with the loaded leather seats, heated seats, and all that.
The only problem I find, Gage, is an 18-wheeler couldn't come to my area to get that car. I would have to put insurance on it to drive it someplace for him to pick it up.
No, they can go. They can go in your anywhere, dead end street. They can go in because they can just back their truck out of it.
I live in a 10-ton limit area, Cajun. I'd have to drive it about 5.
You parked your truck, your 18-wheeler in front of your house many times.
Oh yeah, I parked the truck.
Video of you doing it. Okay.
Oh yeah, the truck, but not with the trailer on the back end. I mean, if he can go to the corner, they can get it. The corner is a state highway, so yes, he can go to the corner, but he couldn't come down my street. I'm 100 feet from the corner. That's as close as they can get.
Well, as long as you can meet him there.
How long? How much money did they tell you to haul it down there?
It's about. They made me a quote. $1,065, something like that.
Oh, okay. That ain't bad.
Fly up and drive it.
I've been telling him that, but he won't. He could come up and bolt that hood on and fender on.
It would have to be me and Missy going up there, and then we would have to, on the way back, stop at a motel, and then the gas. So it would be about the same amount of money to have a car hauler bring it here or us go and get it.
Yeah, but it's funny though, Cajun. If you did that, when's the last time you took a trip?
Yeah, road trip. You and Missy road trip it, man. When's the last time you had her?
She don't do good on the road. She don't do good on the road. And then there's the extra $100 for the tag.
Get some good barbecue.
Yeah, but hey, it's the tag. There's no tag on that vehicle. Okay. There's no
but you could get
plate.
Just steal somebody's plate. You steal somebody's plate.
Yeah, but Cajun, if you were going to do that, if you were to fly up and get that, once I get it, I'd register and license it, and then you could drive back and then mail me the plates.
Yeah, then that costs extra, and then plus I got to do the licenses over here and stuff. I already got with the license bureau down the DMV down here.
What company were you checking into transporting it?
I think it's a CAT or something like that. Car haulers.
I'll email you tomorrow on the transport company.
See what you got to do. What you got to do, Cajun, is what you got to do is get a hold of East Coast Ken the next time he comes up to visit his family, and he could drive it. East Coast Ken is from New York, you know.
I did not know that.
He's from.
What's up,
East
Jay?
Coast,
Who? What's happening,
East Coast Ken lives in Auburn. It was originally in Auburn, New York. His family still lives up here. He comes up here to visit his family.
I think I did know that.
Okay, so if he was to pick it up here, drive it to his house, that would be funny shit. He would drive it.
Ed,
he could.
Ed, the old tech guy, has a Ridgeline that can hold it for you. A Honda Ridgeline truck.
yeah, but why would he want to disgrace that Suzuki that you're going to end up driving, hauling it behind a Honda Ridgeline?
A Honda Ridgeline.
I don't care what hauls it down here.
I know. It was a dig at Ed about the truck thing, but the Honda Ridgeline could pull that up down there with no problem.
Oh, I'm sure it could. It could probably haul it better than a Dodge.
You see, we could relay it down here. Okay, we can get.
I get information from a shipping company that does that at my shop.
To go to East Coast Ken, then East Coast Ken could find somebody in Georgia, and then from Georgia to Florida. I have a couple friends in Florida, and then from Florida, say to Mississippi, and I got buddies of mine in Mississippi, and then from Mississippi to Louisiana, and it would get down here, no problem.
The only problem that would be funny is it'd be funny watching Cajun start a live stream next to Mr. Briggs's old car because it's got a couple of Mr. Briggs stickers on the back end of it.
Oh, okay. Well, Russ, what you been up to? What you cooking lately? Or any videos coming out soon or what?
Oh, yeah, I just released, I think 3 days ago, one for my new channel. And I shot part of the new channel today, and then tomorrow I've got to go get some food and everything for my next cooking video.
Okay. Yeah. Well, how's your new channel going? I hadn't been to it yet.
Actually, man, first video for an unknown channel, it's doing all right. It got like since 3 days ago, it's gotten over 500 views on the very first video. I'm like, yeah. I said that.
Yeah, but you got a lot of friends. On your regular
but
Smoky Ridge barbecue that will watch it also.
Yeah, but this is probably the only time in history that I've ever. Well, no, I've had a few videos on my other channel that got way high views compared to the amount of subs I had. But right now, the views is 2.5 times more than the subs I got on the first video. I'm like, that's pretty decent,
Do you ever?
It's real small. It just started. This first.
You ever do food like barbecue competitions?
No. Well, I've been to some, but I don't compete. But this other
didn't you enter a Memphis competition one time, or were you just there?
I went to Memphis in May in 21, and I was just invited to go hang out. I wasn't part of the team. Yeah.
Okay. I
don't do competition barbecue. You got to be a rich man to do that.
Yeah, it's very expensive. You need a lot of equipment,
or have good sponsors.
But this other channel, it's nothing related to cooking. It's a DIY channel. And the first video, I installed a new AC disconnect. My air conditioner in the back condensing unit has never had a disconnect box ever, and by code, you're supposed to have one. So I installed one. I did a video doing that.
Your house is grandfathered in on the old law, so it's good to have one anyway, though.
Well, I plan on doing videos where I'm out there a lot, and I just want to be able to reach over and disconnect
it.
Right. Instead of right now, I have to go all the way around my house to the front corner because there's not a gate over here on this side of the house just to flip a breaker to turn it off.
Jay Who said I entered a barbecue contest one time and I took 12 McRibs. I can't see that heart's in my way. I
entered the barbecue contest.
12 McRibs. I took first place.
That's funny.
Damn it, boy.
I got second place by buying a whole shitload for a chili cook-off. I bought a whole bunch of chili from Wendy's and I got second place.
That looks like the title for that car, registration for that car.
Yeah,
it is. I just ran out to the car and got it.
You ran out to your car and got it.
Fender on it.
You keep the registration on your Suzuki in your regular vehicle at all times?
Yeah, why not?
Not the title. That's a registration.
That's the title.
I know, but
Or why you got the
Yeah,
title?
I keep the
Man,
title
I
in my
would have that. I would have that.
That's
in
a bad idea.
fireproof
Keeping the title of your
box
car in
in
your
my
car.
house and not carrying that in my regular vehicle.
I got a safe in my car, Cajun.
There's no such thing as a safe in a car. All they do is take the.
There
safe
is when
and-
you put one in.
Yeah, but criminals know how to break into a safe.
Yeah, but why would you keep a safe in your car to put all the titles of your other vehicles
unless
in
you
it,
spend
in your
a-
car
unless
and
you
not your
spend a-
house?
Unless you spend a ton of money on a safe, like if you go to your average stores and buy a safe,
It ain't an
those
average safe.
digital
It's
ones,
bolted.
especially the digital
My
ones.
safe. My
You know,
safe
right on
is bolted
YouTube,
to
there's
the
videos
floor.
on how to crack the master code on it, and it'll open up for you.
Yeah, but there's a difference. Mine ain't one. It ain't got a digital. And two, I believe in 2A. You know what 2A is?
If you want to keep
Second Amendment.
titles to
Yep.
your vehicles and your car, your Toyota truck or whatever you're driving right now, I'm pretty sure you're in your Toyota truck. That's up to you. That's your prerogative to do whatever you want. But I
go get the title to my Toyota too if you want. But I ain't giving you that.
Yeah,
no, sorry.
Imagine that.
You
But, hey,
ain't
look.
get my Toyota, buddy.
No.
If you're
Didn't say
interested in
that.
that Suzuki, I would still try to get you some aluminum rims. I'm joking.
I'm not worried about aluminum rims.
I hate to tell you something. You know what's funny? This is what's funny. It pissed me off. When I bought that car in 2011, a month after I bought it, Suzuki came out with a 15-inch aluminum wheel for that car. I'm like, I went up there. I actually went to dealer. I said, hey, why didn't you tell me they were going to have aluminum rims a month later? Because chasing hubcaps kind of sucks. Because you always lose a hubcap. You're always, and I never lost a hubcap until someone cut me off and I T-boned them with it. So, but it's kind of funny how I never lost a hubcap. It's amazing, but I think that Suzuki has always impressed me, considering it's got over 180 horsepower for that little 4-cylinder.
All right. Anyway, Briggs, check your email tomorrow and day after tomorrow. I'm going to give you that information.
Oh, I did check it. Oh, yeah, I did check.
I'm going to give you my information tomorrow or day after tomorrow for my messenger and all that.
Oh, okay. Okay, I got you.
But you can send pictures on an email, on a text message, because I think you have my phone number, don't you?
No, I don't. You never sent me your phone number. But when I get, like I said,
I guess I didn't.
As soon as I take care of family business up here, I'll do that, and then you'll be able to, then I'll go and I'll send away for the whatever you want to do. If I have to get plates for it, temporary insurance for a month, so you can come up, whatever you want to decide,
No, I'm not going to go up there because it's going to be me and Missy. So it's going to cost about the same for a road trip as it is to get it hauled down here on a legit car carrier,
Oh, yeah.
And but anyway, I'm going to have to, I'm getting hungry and I'm at 2.5 hours. So I'm going to call it Cars in Louisiana. I thought that was some flat bottom jet boats. Yeah, like in what's the name of that movie? Soggy Bottom USA with the laughing guy. I forget his name. Anyway, and
I think it's
the old guy with the gray beard in a lot of Western movies. What was his name?
John Wayne.
No, he didn't. No, John Wayne never had an old gray beard in movies.
This other was guy, it Russ Jones over here? He's got a great
Dove Taylor always had a gray beard, or it was clean shaven sometimes in old Westerns. And then
I thought it was Russ Jones. I thought he was the old guy in the Western.
No, Ben.
He looks like Jesse Duke.
No. No, you don't look like Denver Powell. No, you don't look like Denver Powell.
What's wrong with
Jesse
looking like
Bibb.
Denver Pyle?
No, but no, Russ don't look like Denver Powell.
He does a little bit. He's got that beard.
And he's got the beard, but he doesn't have the face for it.
I don't know
Denver
how to.
Powell.
I don't know how to play a jug either.
Yeah, yeah, like on Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Denver Powell was on Andy Griffith's with the Darlings.
Mhm.
The Darlings.
He
Yeah.
was on the Dukes of Hazard.
Yeah, and Uncle Jesse on the Dukes of Hazzard.
Yeah. I like to have his money.
Well, Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson was the sheriff in Soggy Bottom, USA, and he's the one that had the coon dog. And I forget the girl's name. She played on Three's Company with Jack Ritter and Suzanne Summers and Jack Trippers and Chrissy and Janet on Three's Company. Well, the girl later on when like Mr. Furley came in as the landlord, when Mr. Furley came in, instead of the man and the woman, he never wanted to have sex with his wife. I forget their names. Anyway, that woman that came in the series, she played in. She lived in a separate apartment, and she was always after Jack Tripper.
I know.
And Mr. Furley was always making advances at her, wanting to make her and all that. So anyway, she played in Soggy Bottom, USA as a singer. She was a country artist at the time, but she wasn't really a country artist. But in the movie, she was. And it was Ben Johnson. He's an old country actor, Western movie, country and Western movie actors. Ben Johnson was, he played Uncle Jack in the Sackett series with Tom Selleck and all that, but he played as the sheriff in Soggy Bottom, USA. And that's where the first airboat was invented in South Louisiana, because that movie was based in South Louisiana.
Is that a real old movie?
Yeah, Soggy Bottom, USA. That was made in, I think, right around the time of Southern Comfort in the 70s.
Okay,
late 70s.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Soggy Bottom, USA. Look at man, that's a good movie. And they had the Boudreaux in it, the Boudreaux and the Thibodeaux, and they and Jack Elam. You know, the Crooked Eye, Jack Elam.
Mm-hmm.
He was a star in that movie. Him and his sons, and you'll recognize one of his sons. He always played the bad guy in movies. Real skinny, dark-haired, evil eye looking guy.
I know who you're talking about. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Real dark.
He played
kind
a lot of
dark haired, kind of dark complected. I know you're talking about.
Yeah. And they had the accent down just about right too. They had the Cajun accent. They lived in the basin, in the Chapala Basin, and they had coon dogs. And they had a coon dog race because this country star, this woman, and her manager was the guy that played in A Southern Gentleman or something, or what they call the gentleman in Congress, the distinguished gentleman.
Distinguished gentleman with
Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy was in that movie, The Distinguished Gentleman, where he became a congressman off of a name.
There was a Mexican in the movie.
Well, that guy that played the head honcho in Congress was the manager for the girl that was the singer in Soggy. It's almost an all-star cast in that movie, Soggy Bottom, USA. It's hilarious. It's a comedy movie. You'll like it.
I finally got to watch that movie. Gary,
there wasn't no Mexicans in it, Jehu.
Gary with Belt Loop. What is it? 29? Belt Loop 29.
Belt Loop 29, yeah, Gary.
Yeah, he was talking about Jones County here in Mississippi seceded from the South and the North. They were like neutral. And there was a movie on it. It was called Free State of John, or Free Free State of Jones, I think's the name of it. I just watched it, but you got to rent it. I went to Amazon.
You got to rent it? I'm about to look it up.
It was like $3 and whatever, some change, but it was worth watching it. It was a long movie.
You want to talk crazy? You want to talk crazy? I saw, not to get off subject. I saw a newspaper article today in the New York Times. Wendy's fast food place is going to start charging more during peak hours.
Huh.
So if you walk in, so if like lunch rush hour, for instance, instead of paying $9 for a hamburger, they're going to start charging you $15 because it's peak hours.
Oh God!
It's like
I'll buy shit. I could buy 2 pounds of hamburger meat and make a whole bunch of burgers for that much money.
Well, that's just inflation. Nobody would work unless they got paid more money.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bernie Sanders wanted to push a $15 an hour minimum wage. That never happened. But minimum wages basically already.
I'll tell you a funny one. In my area, there's a school district called Cohen School, and they actually just forced a teacher to retire because a 7-year-old wanted to use a girl's bathroom, and he identified as a girl, and he told him to use the boys' bathroom, and the parents gave such a stink, they gave him a choice: either retire, get fired, or get sued. So he retired because he told a 7-year-old to use the boys' bathroom instead of using the girls.
Well, it's an interesting comment Jay Who just made. Wendy's doesn't even give you free refills anymore if you're dining in.
Yep.
Do you know a lot of restaurants?
Hey, Miss Georgia Ann.
Refills anymore on Cokes? Like if you're at a restaurant, and they say you want another Coke, and you think it's going to be a free refill. Many restaurants, it's one refill, no more than that. But many
and that don't make sense because you
know what happened? You know what happened? The syrup that they make that the pop ultimately comes from. It's big. It's a big square.
Yeah, big box.
Yeah. Syrup, I know. I have one.
Yeah, they claim the prices that went way up.
What are you talking about? I own a vending machine. When I worked I used to, believe it or not, you might not believe this about Mr. Briggs, but my first job was a night manager of the convenient food mart. That was my first job when I was 16 years old. When that store closed, I was 19, just before I went in the Army. And the store owner couldn't pay me my last 2 weeks' pay, went broke. And I looked at him and I said, well, he gave everybody an offer to take something from the store, either food, grocery, or something. So, and I wasn't old enough to drink. I looked right over at that vending machine. I said, I'll take the vending machine and all the syrup. And he said, done. I took the whole vending machine home, and it had Coke, Pepsi, Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, Root Mountain Dew, or whatever. I can't remember. It had like 6 different flavors. And I took that vending machine home, and he gave me all the product, gave me the CO2 tank, everything. And I had to buy the CO2 tank from Coca-Cola because we own the machine. But it was actually a Pepsi machine, but my boss bought it. And when he bought it so he could have Coke and Pepsi in it. And we were the only store in the area to have both because Pepsi wouldn't sell us no more CO2, just the syrup, because we had Coke in there. But anyways, I brought the machine home. My brothers, sisters drank the Pepsi and drank the Coke. But I have root beer and Coke and something else, and I can't what was that other flavor I put in there for a while? But anyways, I still go up to the Coca-Cola manufacturing, not our manufacturing, excuse me, our distributor up here, and I can buy a box of syrup for $100. 2 boxes. Those 2 boxes will make like, I don't know. I used to know. It was like 1,032 ounce. It's the cheapest thing you could actually give away. And I buy the CO2 and everything. It's right in my basement, a full service Coca-Cola vending machine. It don't cost anymore. And like coffee. Coffee's another one. Christ, I'll throw that in the car. I'm gonna put that 55 cup coffee maker in that car and send it down to Cajun because I sure in hell ain't gonna drink it. He's a professional coffee drinker. As long as he uses it, I don't. As long as he uses it, I don't.
Put it in the trunk of that car. Put it in the trunk of that Suzuki.
Well, hey, all I know is you better be nice to me and send me a few links. I shouldn't have to ask for them. As long as
I can send you some pecan pralines. Cajun
I
pecan praline.
I just want you to do make sure you piss off a certain Texan and make sure you walk around that car and show him a sticker on the side and show him where it came from. I'm sure you can handle that.
Yeah, I can do that.
It just all I want you to do is leave that sticker on the car. I think that'd be funny as shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Missy would care if she drove around with a car with a red bone coonhound sticker on the side of it in the back window. I'm sure that. I mean, it's only the size.
That'd be right next to my K-Bone stickers. KBON 101.1 FM.
Hey, Boo, do you roll your own smokes, Boo, or you buy cigarettes?
Do what?
Do you roll your own smokes or do you buy cigarettes?
No, I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke cigars.
Oh, those are little cigars?
I smoke cigars, little filtered cigars. Yeah, they $16 a carton.
See, I'm gonna do something else, KG, because I know your wife.
Without the tax.
Your wife crochets, right?
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
I intervened that Texas Texas yarn box. That yarn box.
Yeah, you said that a while back.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna put all 19 or I'm gonna put all that
2 months ago or something.
I'm gonna put all that yarn in the back of that trunk as well. Make sure you do it.
Missy will use that yarn big time. She'll make you something.
I don't want nothing. I hate yellow yarn, but I'll send it down there just to piss off. It's yellow or orange. It's like a weird color. I got 2 or 3.
Well, hell, purple and orange. No, not orange. Purple and gold. Never mind. Purple and yellow is LSU colors.
Well, I'll just make sure I send it down just so you make sure you can open it up. Oh, look at this. So, I'm sure you can rub it in for me. I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
At least I hope I know what you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But there was
We're not
like
going to say it here, but I know what you're talking about.
I got 2 different colors.
What's up?
What? Let me see. One was I can tell you the name, but I got to think of the name. One was Red Heart. Heart. It was Red Heart yarn.
He uses Red Heart. Damn, that burnt son of a gun.
It was called Pale Yellow. The one color was Pale Yellow, I believe it was. And the other color that I had was Frosty Green.
Huh,
yellow and frosty green. Yep, Red Heart, Frosty Green, and yellow. And we'll make and just as long as you make a nice video and rub it in, that's the only thing you have to do is to pay me back for that car. Make a nice video and say, look at this.
I can do a shout out, a mail call on that. Yeah, a mail call. Yeah, a car call, car haul call.
Yep. You can make sure you get a nice video and look. And then when they say, well, where'd it come from? And make sure you get a picture of the nice Mr. Briggs sticker in the back. I'm sure you'll piss off a few Texans.
Wendy's is walking back on the higher prices now. They said they were misunderstood.
Yeah, they actually
and are going to have deals during high demand. They got a ton of complaints when it was announced. I didn't hear anything about Wendy's.
They did actually say they were going to expand their value menu.
Their value menu. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they're not. I think a couple.
I don't do McDonald's.
I can't. I never eat McDonald's because every time I get it, I get indigestion.
Very seldom we would do Burger King. I mean, if we were in a pinch or whatever, and because we get coupons for Wendy's and Burger King, and you get like 2 Junior Whoppers, 2 fries, 2 Cokes for $5. Hey, that's cheap. That is very cheap. 2 Whopper Juniors, 2 fries, and 2 Cokes. You can't go wrong with that, in a pinch. And it's easy on the pocketbook, or the jangle in your pocket, whatever you want to call it. But Wendy's sends us coupons also. That they don't send them to us. We get them with the weekly ads in the mailbox. But we've had Wendy's already. I used to like Wendy's. I don't dislike them, but I like Wendy's. And they had good baked potatoes at one time. I used to get the baked potatoes, and I'd add extra sour cream at my house, instead of paying $1 for extra or 50 cents. Because I love sour cream. Oh boy,
I think we need a coffee challenge, Cajun. When you get that car coffee maker, I want you to fill the coffee pot. If you can't empty that coffee pot in one day, from the time you get up to the time you go to bed, if you cannot empty that coffee pot completely in one day, you gotta give $100 to the Cancer Society.
Oh well, we can't, like when Johnny's here, we'll make. No,
I'm talking you yourself empty it.
No, me and Missy. Oh, I could probably do 50 cups. Because
it's a 55 cup coffee maker.
Look, there's my avatar, my channel sticker and my channel avatar right there. And there's Missy's name. Anyway, I can, one cup, say like 50 cups in that urn that you're going to be sending, that big coffee maker. Yeah. 50 cups don't mean 50 mugs. That means 50 cups. So I could probably put 2 cups or 2 1/4 cups of their cups or any coffee maker. If it says 12 cups, like I got a 12-cup coffee pot right there. Okay. I can only get 7 of them, these.
Yeah,
that's it, 6 or 7. So yeah. I can do.
How many times a day do you fill them?
I'll make 3 of them a day, sometimes 4.
Oh, so when you get that other one, that'll be your backup coffee maker.
That'll be my back. No, because I think I got to call it quits at a 50 cup, or 3 of those. My doctor says that's too much freaking coffee.
Oh, I think you'll be using that 55 cup because you don't have to make 55 cups. You got the minimum you got to make.
But I can do, and I'll do a video or whatever, and I'll start that 50 cup that you're going to send down here, 55 cup, and And at the end of the day,
if you can't empty it one day, you got to make $100 donation to the Cancer Society.
I'll empty it. I guarantee you. I drink a lot of coffee.
We used to have one of the big stainless steel 50 cup pots at the shop.
This is a 55 cup, not 50, 55.
Well, we used to have.
That's the same thing, Russ. Same thing he's got.
What I was going to say was we had one where I used to work in a pipe shop, and all of us welders would pitch in every week to buy coffee, and we filled that thing up twice a night. There's so many people going over and getting coffee, all through the night. We work night.
Oh, yeah, when there's a shit ton, but you're only talking 2 people trying to empty a 55 cup.
Yeah.
Now, Russ, on the bottom of that coffee maker, it had one of them little things. You put a cup under it.
Yeah.
Press that nozzle down.
Yeah.
Like at a funeral home.
Yeah, like a tap. Like a
You just press down on it and you lifted it up.
Yeah, and had a little lever on it. You pull that lever down. Yeah.
That's it.
Those are nice. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. That's called the urn. URN. That's called an urn.
It's actually a giant percolator.
Not a body ash burn, funeral ash urn.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, you'll see that. You'll put that on your counter back there. You'll just make a half a pot instead of a full pot every day.
Yeah, Missy just said I always wanted one like that.
Yeah. So, she'll have that. Just so she make sure you have Misty sewing with a. Hey, look at this! I got Texas yarn. I'm sure that someone there, Mr. Briggs sent us Texas yarn. He stopped the delivery. All
right. Well, look. Anyway, check your email tomorrow. I'm going to have some information in it for you.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I will.
I know you work in the daytime, drive, whatever.
No, I'm not working. I told you I'm in Mass to take care of my cousin. He's in bed right now. That's the only reason why I came on.
Right.
Me and Maggie made a quick run because I went. If you remember correctly, it was on New Year's. My cousin wanted to get drunk, and I went up there and got drunk with him because he knew it was going to be his last time. And
Okay.
I came home, and then right after Ed's stream, I went to bed. Went to work on Monday. My cousin called me in the middle of the day. His wife called me and said, the doctor don't think he'll be around in a week. And they put him in hospice. He's 51 years old and stage 4 pancreatic.
Ooh, dang. That's young, man. That's young.
But what's sad is that they said if they had caught it a year ago, they could have removed his pancreas but
well, mine's checked out. My pancreas is good so far because mine was mad at pissed off at my gallbladder. Be 2 years or 3 years. 3 years in September 15th. I remember it well because that's me and Missy's anniversary, and it'll be 2 years next month, huh? 3? Oh, okay.
Going on 3 in March.
Yeah, 3 in September. It'd be 3 years that my pancreas was pissed off at my gallbladder because my gallbladder shut down. And that's why I'm having these diabetic symptoms.
Oh, eventually you'll have to have your pancreatic probably removed.
No. It's fine now.
They can't remove the whole pancreas.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, you're just going to be on shots and pills and strict diet.
They can remove the whole pancreas. They told my cousin if they caught it a year ago, they could have removed the whole pancreas.
Taken out. My sister
I had the same problem you
out.
did, Boo. I had the same problem you did from a bad gallbladder. My gallbladder was bad. Stones coming. I passed stones out of my gallbladder into my digestive tract, and then the stones therefore also got lodged in the pancreatic ducts.
In the bile ducts, yeah.
And then I got pancreatitis on top of having a bad gallbladder.
Ice and lemonade.
They removed my gallbladder, and luckily enough, my pancreas actually passed those stones through, but it still caused pancreatitis, which that was very, very painful.
When I was a teenager, I used to get kidney stones.
Death. Yeah, I had a couple of big stones in my gallbladder. They told me that, I asked the doc if he found some stones in my pancreatic ducts, if he could save them for me. He says, no, well, you're going to pass them anyway. If you want to dig around in your poo-poo, he said, you can find them like that. But anyway, they couldn't do that second procedure on me because my pancreas was still swollen and mad. That's a bad pain. I've had it twice. Oh, it is.
I'm living on the edge of even drinking beer. I shouldn't drink anything.
Yeah, that's why I don't drink no more.
Never have an alcoholic beverage.
Oh, I do drink every now and then, but it's not often. So, well, look, guys, I'm gonna jet out of here. I want to thank everybody. I'm almost 3 hours in. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Russ, Briggs, Dave, Field Guy, Raging Cajun, mon cousin. Luke Duke Outdoors just walked in the door. Look out. The Moose, appreciate you coming. And Alan Badger, which I'm going to call you by that. I know you by another name, but BW Electronics, Jay Who, and Ed the Old Tech Guy, thank you for the super chats tonight, the super stickers tonight, the donations. So, Russ, you want to start us off with your outro? Say bye to everybody.
Well, I wasn't in here long, but I did want to pull by. And thanks for the invite. Have a good night, everybody. Have a good rest of the week. Enjoyed it.
Miss Georgianne, thank you for coming in too. All right, Mr. Briggs, you want to do your outro, buddy?
Yes, sir. I'll get a hold of you in a week or two. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Quick range Dave, your turn.
I'm gonna send you the info for the transport company. I know that will move cars, so you can get a price option from them. I'm not saying they'll be cheaper, but
thank you.
That said, folks, y'all have a good rest of your week, and y'all be safe.
All right, everybody. Once again, thank y'all for coming in. I want to thank all my panelists tonight for coming in, and y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way. Be that way, stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. We'll catch y'all later. A Pluta.